Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome, it's happening. Welcome to a chill stream. This is typically the time when I do Code Wars Code Katas, but I'm a little tired today, so I just thought we'd hang out. I'll maybe try to work on some things in my overlays and the stuff on my screen and such. So welcome everyone to the show. Uncle Sam took my lunch money. Oh, taxes. You talking about taxes? Taxes happened. I did my taxes yesterday. I waited way too long. Oh, thank you so much, Revive. Thank you for dropping by. You're too kind. You just dropped by to give the gifts. I appreciate it. But have a good day, and good luck on all the errands. We might do like one code kata. I don't know. I'm watching CJ instead of sleeping. I'm proud of my decision. Well, I missed you too, Jer. Thanks for being here. We got a few follows. Thank you to Mateus Luis. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the Coding Garden. And drop it. Welcome to the Coding Garden. Yeah, we're just going to be hanging out today. So let's say hi to everybody. You can say hi, hello, hey, morning, afternoon, or sup. I saw quite a few people say sup. You can also say howdy. Or so I don't know. I'm tired. Honestly, I'm tired. Just say tired if you're tired. In Symbiote, hello. Welcome to the show. What's up, Alka? Everyone should check out Alka. Twitch.tv/Alka. He's a member of our Live Coders team. And hello, Lusan from Argentina. Very good. What's up, Andrew Lane? And Slake. And V-Shop. Daniel Garden, it has been a while. Thank you for dropping by. Notorious. What's up? Liquid Oxygen, how's it going? What's up, Randomness? Hello, Bear Cool. And JJ Codes, formerly known as Master of Sniping. So very cool. It's a good name change. Hello, Jordan the Coder. Tanvir, what's up? And Ron and John and Kuchich. And Hax. And Geojavi. Welcome to the show. What's up, Cheyenne? Shines Love, hello. Hello, Ahmed. Only Deathmark. Hello. Any medium rare chicken sandwiches or burgers? You shouldn't eat chicken when it is not fully cooked. I mean, I guess it depends on the chicken. Typically, you might get salmonella, so you should avoid it, but you may not, so it's up to you. What's up, Napai? Funny dude. Skipper, Josh Drebin, Undefined Nullish. Very good. Very, very nice Twitch name. How's it going? Tanvir, hello, and Black, and Jer, and BM Vinicius. I'm doing pretty good. Like I mentioned, I'm pretty tired. I had a long day. What's up, Bear Cool and Tornado? And thanks again, Reviving Newt, for the gifted subs. Very much appreciated. Congrats to all the peoples that got gifted. Dr. Nick TV, what's up? Hello, Konik Bal. And Kabanks, what's up? There's a lot of people that I don't normally see in the chat, and that's a good thing. This is a time, I mean, I only stream at this time one day a week. So I often stream in the mornings and people can't tune in, but it's good to see you all. Thanks for being here. And Muzam, what's up? And CBA. And Pavat, I will tell you what the LED is for next. We have to say hello to everyone. And hello, Foodig, and Liquid Oxygen, and Sea-Pigot, Randomness, Tanvir, what's up, and Varun, and Rogue Particle, and a Random Tim, and Verga, and what's up, David? Have you streamed, David? I feel like I haven't seen you streaming, but check out David. He's a mod. There it is. And Bear Cool, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. 1,000 bits. Thank you, Bear Cool. Bear Cool, if you have a Code Kata's request or suggestion, we'll do at least one. If you have something else that you'd like for us to do, because this is a chill stream. No plan. Tired. Ben Awad, what's up, dude? Everyone should check out Ben Awad. He's just recently started streaming on Twitch. Formerly of YouTube. Still on YouTube, but streaming on Twitch. What's up, dude? Bear Cool, how's it going? What's up, John and Guan and Alexon and Candy Cane? Crone! Yes, we will discuss the LEDs momentarily. And yet, what's up? Hello, BM Vinicius. I'm doing pretty good. SPD Dean says, I had to write more Perl this week. Can't express how much I hate it. All I know of Perl is it's very terse, right? It's like hard to parse. I don't know. Hack says, tired is my permanent state for as long as I'm on the grid. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, it's what's... Legal Teen! Thank you very much for that tier 1 sub. My overlay is not showing. Where is it? We're on a hype train! Hype train, everybody! Where is this? I literally do not see the stream. Nobody sees the stream alerts, right? They're not on the screen, right? I mean, we can hear it. Can you hear it, but you can't see it? Tell me. Let me know. But yeah, graveyard shift is hard, especially if you can't have a it's probably okay if you can work at night and sleep during the day, but if you can't do that. It's me, Brandon. What's up? I need feedback, please. Can you hear the notifications when things happen? No. You can't even hear it? And I thought you couldn't see it. Okay, we'll have to fix that. Hello, heck. I'm doing good. All right, we're 3 minutes behind on hellos. We'll catch up on the hellos, and then I'll fix. That'll be the first thing we do today, is fix the overlays. But what just happened? Mewtru with a 2-month resub. Thank you very much, Mewtru. Yay! Shout out to Mewtru. They're a streamer as well. Have you made it on the live coders team yet? Or you applied? I don't know. But check out Mewtru. What's up, Vance? Welcome, welcome. There's a different way to live other than perpetually... There's a different way to live other than perpetually tired. Yeah! Most of the time I have a lot of rest and I feel decent enough. But yeah, what's up, Jan and Kabo? Your raw chicken is served chicken. Why are people talking about raw chicken? I'm Mac with the gifted sub. Thank you so much. And congrats to Vance for getting that gift. Thank you, everyone. NovaScript, what's up? What's up, Dev and Leo? Yeah, David hasn't streamed in a while. Been super busy. That's good. Tango Team Leader, thank you very much for that Twitch Prime sub. I feel like I can hear the sound. I can hear the sound over there, but I cannot... Oh, you know what? It might be running on a different port, but it's not showing up on my screen. 3006? Yeah, it might be on a different port. 3007? More supports! It's 3004. How did that happen? Legal teens! Whoa, no. Well, okay, I thought it said 50 gifted subs. But legal teens shared gifts with 50 people. But with 10 gifted subs, thank you very much, legal teens. Much appreciated. Oh, yeah, somehow this got put on port 3004. So, yeah, there it is. That's so weird. Oh, well. Alright, we're getting caught up. What's up, Double Clutch? You beautiful beast, what's up? Wolfie! 4 a.m. Well, maybe you should go to bed. 8001 is my favorite port. I got a whole lot of ports. I mean, everyone's got a lot of ports, but all of my services are running on various ports. And they're basically just incremented because of Webpack Dev Server. So, like, that one was 3000. Okay. Hopefully nothing else is broken. We'll see. What's up, Seeker? I don't know what we're gonna code yet. We're gonna figure that out. And what's up, Brandon? It's the real me, the real CJ. I mean, there are other CJs. Undefined Nola says, yesterday I started working on Vue. It was awesome and easy to use. I'm a React, in love with React, but you made me try Vue. So that's good. It's nice. Branching out. What's up, Euclidean Ace? Legal Teen says, the amount you've helped me with multiple stuff is worth more than one sub. So thank you very much, Legal Teen. It's very much appreciated. Code Show! What's up, Code Show? Everyone should check out Code Show. He's a member of our live coders team. Yeah, I'm doing good. I mentioned I'm pretty tired, but I'm doing okay. I long for a good night's sleep. What's up, Razor One? Yeah, we'll talk about... I'll show you the LEDs in a second. And I thought we could code something on the Arduino today. Because we used to have a... like a 4x8 RGB LED matrix where people could play Connect 4, but it was hooked up so that it was YouTube chat versus Twitch chat. But now we're all on Twitch chat, so we may figure out... That could be fun. We'll vote on what we're going to do. But this LEDs are running on an Arduino with Johnny 5. Legal teams with more gifted subs. Thank you very much, legal teeners. Much appreciated. My server is just as tired. Yep, I didn't want to show the stuff. Oh, nice. GM Lucario. Yeah. And I don't think Faraday Academy is here right now, but shout out Faraday Academy. They're another streamer. Check them out. Wait. Oh yeah, it's there's no dash in the name. It's that. Thank you very much, Legal Team. We did make it. 107%. David says Discord versus Twitch Connect 4. That could be cool. What I wanted to do was I wanted to allow people to either join the blue team or the red team. And then I wanted to create a queue where the bot would say, like, it's this specific person's turn who's on the red team. Because the way it used to work was the first person to choose on that team went. These gifted subs break my internet connection. Well, I show you how to use Versal. We could. I don't know what we're going to deploy. Quick stretch. Quick stretch. Second stream and I get a sub. Yeah, there's a whole, the community is very nice here. There's a ton of gifts that go around. We started the stream with 904 subs and now we have 924. What does my hair look like under there? I don't want to take my hat off. This is like my security blanket. But if you look at my recent YouTube videos, you can see what it looks like. There. You see that? I'll show you that. This is me. This is me behind me. that's what it looks like. Kocho created an emoji inspired by mine. Oh, the Avo code. Nice. No, like, look, you are more than welcome to use any of the things. Legal Team with more gifted subs. Thank you very much, Legal Teeners. I appreciate you. Wow. But I will say we do have that as a badge. Let me see if I can find it. Because it's a tier. On what am I trying to say? It's a tier on Patreon and YouTube members and also on Twitch. So you can see that at 6 months you become, well, you get the avocado badge. Well, that's fine. Honestly, it's cool. I appreciate it. And let's see. Code show, where's it at? I wanna click on it. Oh, go back. Previous. Nice. Avo code. I like it. I will say, if I ever get the ability to unlock more emotes, I'll probably have a similar one, but yeah, no problem. I like your emote. And what's up, Jojon? And yeah, Sherby. Everybody gets a sub. You get a sub, and you get a sub. And Zemaru, how's it going? Hello, Asin and Saud. NovaScript has a quick question. I'm a recent computer science grad and actively job hunting. Would you suggest spending more time on coding challenges or personal projects? You should do what is known as watering the garden. So, I mean, this is the coding garden. I didn't coin that term, but watering the garden is you just do a little bit of each thing. Oh, your channel points are Avo codes? Very nice. I like that. Mine are seedlings. But yeah, you shouldn't just put all your eggs in. I'm coming out with all the sayings. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You should do you should spread out your time. So spend a little bit of time working on coding challenges and potentially practicing whiteboarding, depending on the type of job you're going to apply at and what kind of interviews you're going to be in. And then also spend time working on your personal projects and your portfolios, and also spend time on interview prep. I don't see that in your list of things that you're doing. You should be doing practice interviews as well. So all the sayings, don't put all your eggs in one basket, water the garden, do as much as you can, and sprinkle it around. Funny dude with the extended subscription, much appreciated. Oh, I didn't even notice. I thought it was a Vim emote. It's a VS Code that looks like Vim. That's so good. Legal Teeners with a tier 3 sub, much appreciated. BT Dubs, if you are I don't know which one of these is which, but tier 2 and tier 3 get to use the CJ head emote. Like that. Well, welcome, Majestic Eye. It's been a while. Hello, Saud. I think we're almost caught up. What is whiteboarding? We can talk about it. But basically, a lot of companies have not updated their hiring system, and they, in the interview, they ask you to solve a problem by coding on a whiteboard. David with the 10 bits, thank you very much. But it's antiquated because we don't really write we write code in editors these days. But yeah, hello, Eternal Dev Coder. Latfin, what's up? I finally made it to a stream, followed, and been watching on YouTube. Very good. Nice, thanks for being here. Majestica, it's been a while, Majestica. Thank you for being here. And hello, Kuzi. And hello, Gonza. Just visiting. I have to go to sleep. Cool. Get some good rest. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, and Tornado, the pixel art at the beginning of the stream was created by she.moe. She.moe. And also, that little pixel me that shows up whenever there's a support event, they created that pixel art as well. But they do commissions, so definitely check them out. John, you're back. All right, we got a few follows. Who's here? Mago. Welcome to the Coding Garden. Julian, thank you for that follow. And Lyle Don, thank you for the follow as well. W. Robinson says, my intro to Agile was dope. Helped me a lot. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Oh, nice drop, Sandra. What's up, Midsick? We got a hydrate from Nymph. Cheers from the Galaxy Cup. Okay. What are we doing? First of all, someone remind me that I need to pull the latest code from my support overlay. Okay. Gift subs, you can go either way. So if you do like several hey, that's me. If you do several gift subs, like if you choose gift 10 subs, it's going to go to 10 random people. Usually it's people that are at least following the channel or people that have at least been in the chat once. If you want to, you can also gift to a specific person, but as far as I know, you can only gift to one specific person at a time. You can't like gift to 5 specific people, as far as I know. Vance with 100 bits. Thank you very much, Vance. All right, what are we doing? We're explaining this LED thing. So this is a breadboard that's just sitting on my desk here, and it's hooked up to Twitch chat. So if you do !LED followed by 8 bits, 8 zeros or ones, I'm going to do 0101. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it will turn on or off the corresponding bit. And there's like a 60-second cooldown, so you can only do that once every 60 seconds or so. But if you're interested in how I built that, XZYNKX Commando with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. But yeah, if you go to coding.garden/videos, you can search across all my YouTube videos. And if you search for Arduino, this stream right here, I do like an intro to Arduino, but this is the stream where I hooked up that shift register and all the LEDs and then hooked it up to Twitch chat, so you can check that out there. We also have this command, define LED. Let's update that command. Add edit command. Define LED. You can make... Watch me build it here. There you go. Nice. Nice. Okay. Good night, Lope. Are you leaving, or is it because it's night where you are? But hello. Hello, hello. Can a web dev, software dev... Okay, okay. What's up, Clavicle? New to my channel, but I really enjoy my teaching style and appreciate my tutorials. Much appreciated. Yeah, I mean, today is a chill stream, but we might do some sort of challenge. We're always searching for YouTube content. All right, see you later, Legal Teeners. Thank you so much for all the gift subs. Much appreciated. And Slake with the hydrate. Cheers. Well, howdy, Nandos. John is learning eigenvalues, eigenvectors, and diagonalizable matrices. Crazy. Wubba-lubba-dub-dub. Okay, what's next? Yeah, so in my overlay, you can see people have country flags and also badges next to their name. I'll show you how to set that up. So if you go to this page, this is the Font Awesome Brands. You can basically choose any one of these things and set it as an icon next to your chat name. I see one that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use black tie. So basically, find a name here, and then if you do !team followed by whatever thing you want, that will now put a badge next to your name, like that. Yeah, there is an event badge. We've talked about just creating stuff for programming languages and stuff like that, but we haven't, but we will. Make the Arduino blink with every gifted sub. That is very possible. That is extremely possible. Okay, yeah, so, and then the other thing you do is set your country code. So if you do !country, followed by 2-character country code. It will set your country, so I'll do US, and you can see the US flag. And hello, Maury. And then lastly, you can set your status. So this little bit of text that shows below your name. So you can see Wolfie is a proud Minecraft developer. Does anyone else have a status? Candy Cane is watching Twitch. Anyone else? And hello, Rofields. Welcome. All right, see you later, Nandos. Thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. You can also do !flag. That works the same as country. And thank you very much for the bits, Bishop. Much appreciated. Is there really a free CodeCamp team? Whoa, that's awesome. General Kenobi. I might need to update that. It gets cut off a little bit. But if you want to set that text below your name, you can do !set status. And I will say... CJ is trying his best. What's up, Acid Spark? Insert status here. Nice. The Twitter API just got hacked? Well, that's weird. And unfortunate. I saw a message from, was it Eternal Dev Coder? The rainbow text is an embedded SVG. Do noob quest series. I agree. I want to do that. I gotta find a noob. Maybe I'll bring Tony back on. Yeah, Eternal Dev Coder asks, can I do more videos on MongoDB? The answer is yes. Maybe we can do that today. Let's figure out something we can store in MongoDB. That could be fun. I don't know, but yes. If you do !idea followed by that, it will be saved, so that way we can come back to it at a later time. Watching CJ on YouTube. Got a notification. I mean, I could do a Q&A stream. I also kind of just want to chill. I honestly, I want to work on overlay things, because right now this is hooked up to my old backend. So there are quite a few repos that are running all the things on my screen, and this piece right here, the old Live Chat Manager, which has an API inside of it, Seedling Drop and 8-bit LED are still hooked up to that, and I would like to hook them up to my new API instead. So the new API is what's powering this overlay over here, and also like Vox, which I haven't talked about, but that's a thing where you can ask questions, and maybe I'll keep this open. I don't know. But Vox is a website that I made. You can run these commands in chat, and it will well, get saved here, and we'll come back to it later. Usually we do a Q&A stream like once a week. Mono repo. Well, we sort of have it. So SproutKit is like the mono repo front end, because SproutKit now contains all my overlays. So someone was talking about my intro overlay. This is my intro overlay, and that's talking to the same API, and it's using the same components. That's why you can see those chat components. And then we have this, and these chat components are the same ones. So SproutKit is technically like a mono repo, and it has the Electron app that's running on my desktop too. But the backend is separate. We could technically, I think it would make sense to pull the drop game into here. Possibly. I don't know. We could also build the drop game from scratch. That would be fun. Some people would like to see that. Yeah. My favorite project. I don't know. I guess all of them. I mean, they're cool. They work. Here's the thing. Like, it works. However, it is not built in a way that other streamers can use it, and I want to get it to that. I don't really like the GitHub style. What I don't like about the GitHub style is the layout of a repo page. They moved my cheese, and it's always hard to find. So let's just talk about the user experience of this. So it used to be that I could click right here and view all of my commits. And actually, is it hid? Yeah, and look at that. When I was zoomed in, it was actually hidden. But, okay. We're going to 100%. Can anyone tell me where on this page do I click to see my history of commits? Dino is for dinosaurs. Did somebody talk about Dino? NovaScript with the 25 bits. Thank you very much, NovaScript. You get 10 invisible points if you can tell me where do I click to see. Yeah, it's right here. It's 8 commits. But it took me so long to find that. It used to be up at the top here. And I just thought it was like, do they not want me to see my commits? But yeah, it's over here. The other thing is like branches. Maybe they just added this here. I don't know. It took me forever to figure out like where branches were, where commits were, and then also like releases. The fact that releases over on the right hand side. The other thing is I usually zoom in on the website like this. This is my break timer. Let's take a commits are overrated. Let's take a quick stretch. Yeah, Binawad's here. Can we get another shout out for Binawad? Hello, JPGN Faldoni. Your name looks familiar. Are you sure it's your first time here? Welcome. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Mods, what are you doing, mods? There we go. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, so there's that. And then, I mean, I kind of liked having languages at the top too. I don't know. So here's the thing. I'm all about improvement, you know, making things better. But I wish there was some, maybe somebody can point to it. Oh, no worries, Andrew, no worries. I like to give you guys a hard time. But did they create a blog post that says, like, this is why we put things in a certain place? That'd be good to know. I don't know. But so I don't like it because they move my cheese, but I'll get used to it. Other than that, like, the buttons are, like, round. So that's cool. I don't know. Was anybody else having issues with GitHub today? So my GitHub actions were not being triggered. They wouldn't run. And thank you very much, David, for those 10 bits. Check that cheer message. Let's look at it. Oh, I mean, what I need to do is that's one thing that I think I want to get working today, is I want to show the message for cheer bits in the overlay. Yeah. Yeah, GitHub was down, but it was like I had a demo today. So I had to do all my deployments manually. It's a good thing that I only recently set up CI and I actually know how to deploy manually. Because, yeah, the code was not auto-deploying. And then the other thing was I was pushing commits, but they didn't show up on a pull request. Oh, it's a different issue? Yeah. But so I pushed commits, and they didn't show up on the pull request. And me and my coworker were just like, oh, well, maybe if we merge it, it'll see those commits. Because if you looked directly at the branch, you could see the commit, but it wasn't showing up on the pull request. But they merged the pull request, and for some reason that commit that was on that branch didn't make it in. I don't know. I think it's fixed now, but yeah. I demoed a product that I'm working on. I work at a software consultancy. Okay, what are we doing? We're just talking. You know what we could do? I've said this in the past. I want to do call it like a rabbit hole stream, where I just pick like one topic, we start talking about it, and then we just keep going. Like if somebody asks a question, we just keep going. Like we don't stop. We basically, it's also like distraction, because every little thing we're gonna keep trying to explain and going and doing and such. But yeah. Okay, but David says Kobe is looking for collaboration partners. You could do a collab with him, making a new drop game. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, because I mentioned I wanted to do a Meet the Mods stream, so it'd be cool to have him on for that. Docker time, no. Everybody wants Docker. Look, I'll show you. Everybody wants Docker. Yeah, well, so like a regular stream, but we don't say that we have a plan going into it. Right here, Docker tutorial. Look at all these people that have voted for Docker tutorial stream. The thing is, like, I've used Docker in a lot of my videos, just haven't done like a straight up tutorial. I don't know. Yeah, every time we do things, and not, like, I feel like maybe last time we did Docker, things went okay. I don't know. What are we doing? I want to work on my overlay thing. That's what I want to do. I want to get bits messages actually appearing in my overlay. So let me go to that. Well, one thing is, Murdoch made a an update to his pull request because he broke my overlay. So you see this thing that's appearing right here. So anytime a subscriber says something for the first time, or a VIP or a mod says something for the first time, it greets them in the overlay. And then that overlay also shows subs, gifted subs, and bits. Murdoch created the initial version, but then we updated it with like custom stuff here. Then I thought they fixed it. Wait, why? Why is there a closed? How the heck is there a merge conflict when he's the only one that's worked on it? Conflicting files. Oh. Yes. I'm open to it. I just gotta get it. His branch is old? Well, I think the thing that he yeah, so, well, what happened? The thing that he fixed was he had a typo where he was using a variable that was, subtypes instead of plan types. I really don't want to resolve this manually. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna resolve this conflict locally. So let's learn about Git. Who wants to learn about Git? Type 1 in the chat if you want to learn about Git. And thank you very much to JPGN. Thank you very much for that follow. Are there ones? One. Cool. But just real quick, somebody asked, what's the difference between React hooks and Redux? So Redux is a global state management library. It's useful for sharing state throughout your app. React hooks are built into React itself, and it's a new way of managing components. You can use React hooks for managing state of a component, for managing what should happen when props or state updates, different things like that. But they're different. Redux bad, React hooks good. Yeah, but technically you can use like the context API and hooks and like use reducer, which is a new hook, and totally replace Redux if you really wanted to. Yeah. Focus mode. I guess we could do like a 2-minute. That really has been a while. Yeah, go click on his channel. He's been live recently. All right. I have to do the Git stuff in Docker. I'm not going to do that. And thank you to you beautiful beast. Welcome to the coding garden. We got redemptions that I've missed. Let's do these, and then we'll learn about Git. I mean, I'm not going to teach you everything about Git. I'm just going to explain this one specific thing that I'm about to do in Git. And we could turn that into a YouTube video, I guess. Maury, thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. Elmo, thank you for the hydrate. Slake, you're about to get your line of code. RSkin, thank you for that hydrate. And we have a focus mode. So we're going to do focus mode while we rebase. So I say it every time. I don't know what rebase is, and I don't plan to learn. I can do everything. I'm a professional developer. People pay me to write code, and I don't know what a rebase is. Okay. So Galaxy Cup. All right. We are going to we're going to go into focus mode. We're going to make like a 3-4 minute YouTube video, I guess. It probably won't be. It always derails itself. A 10-minute YouTube challenge. Set up Docker in a VM. That could be cool. Wait. Docker, that doesn't make sense. Set up Docker inside of a virtual machine? No, but it could be cool to do a 10-minute challenge of containerize or Dockerize an Express API. All right, let's talk about this. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. We're here hanging out on Twitch. You should join us. But I am currently looking at a pull request on one of my repos. So you see that thing that just popped up? This is the repo that manages that. And Murdoch, who's a great person, He's VIP here on the channel. He has made a pull request to change some things. But if we look on GitHub, for whatever reason, there's actually a conflict on his pull request. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to solve this conflict locally. So on GitHub, you can actually click this button, Resolve Conflicts, and then it gives you like this visual editor, and then you can go in and choose what code you want to keep. That's really cumbersome, and it's not my editor, so I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this branch down locally, merge it with master, and fix any merge conflicts that might occur. So let's do this. So we can see right now, and here's the thing, Murdoch has direct access to this repo, which is why he's created it on a branch on this repo called Murdy1. So he's not working off of a fork, he's working on this specific repo that he has access to, and he's created a branch. So what I'm going to do is locally, I have my code here. I'm going to first make sure that I'm on the latest master. I am. I'm then going to do a git fetch, and that's going to fetch all remote branches if I don't yet have them. Cool, and you can see that it now has this Murdy1 branch, and that's the branch that I want to check out and resolve the merge conflicts on. So I will do git checkout -b Murdy1. Oh, not dash B. Don't do dash B. No. So dash B means you want to create that branch. I don't want to create that branch, and Git stopped me from doing that. I just want to check out the existing branch that I pulled from origin. So let's check it out. Great. And it says I'm behind by one commit for whatever reason, so I'm going to do git pull origin murdy-1. So this will, so I'm on the branch, but I'm also going to make sure that I have all the latest changes on that branch as well. So we'll do that. Yeah, so that did that. And now the issue is there's a conflict with merging into master. So what I'm going to do right on this branch is I'm going to say git pull origin master. Now, people have talked about like rebasing and stuff like that. I'm just going to pull from master, and this will either have a merge conflict or it will auto merge. Let's see what happens. Merge conflict. So now I can resolve it locally. So I'm going to open this up with VS Code. VS Code is nice. Actually, if you click on the source control tab here. Wait, what? ESLint extension will use a locally installed ESLint library for validation. Do you want to use it? Sure, I guess. Okay, but if you click on the Git icon here, you can see where potential merge conflicts are. And is there a merge conflict? Yeah, so auto merging conflict, merge conflict in app.js. So if we take a look at app, there are some things here. So Git will actually show you, and not Git, VS Code will actually show you where the merge conflicts are, and it will actually, it's very easy to say which one you want to keep. And basically, I want to keep anything right now that uses this plan types variable, because he like did some copy and pasting, and he accidentally put in the wrong variable. So I want the plan types variable. So I'm going to accept the current change. And so this is nice. This is built into VS Code. It basically allows you to choose one chunk of code. If I wasn't using VS Code, I would basically just see those arrows, those less than and greater than signs like we saw on GitHub, and I could manually remove them and choose which code I want. But this is nice enough to allow me to pick and choose. And so I'm pretty sure, like technically, like we could break it. We could break the code right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept anything that says plan types on it, because that's the right variable. So this one, great. And then what is different here? Yeah, this is plan types. Cool. So I'm going to accept that one. And all of the merge conflicts are gone. So if we look over in the Git thingy, yeah, it's telling us what's changed, but now at this point I need to commit my changes. So I've resolved all of the conflicts. I should probably check and see if it's working. And I'm getting all kinds of issues with my linter. Why is this happening? Oh, you know what? This project doesn't even have a linter. This project is all messed up. So yeah, so like the overlay is technically running, and it is using browser sync. Towns with the raid. Thank you very much, Towns. Towns? Towns. How do you say your name? But welcome to the show. Welcome, Raiders. We're currently talking about Git. You're going to be in a YouTube video. Welcome. If someone wants to give me money, I wouldn't mind. It would help us test to make sure that this is still working. We'll just wait. How much is left on? Yeah, we have 3 minutes left on focus mode. Let's see if anybody wants to give me money. I'll wait here with you. Real coders don't test. David Snyder with the 10 bits. Thank you very much, David, for those bits. We can see the bits. Yeah, so on cheer, thanks for the bits. And actually, that's Andy with 100 bits. Thank you very much for the bits. No, honestly, though, I think what we need to test is subs. So I'm gonna give somebody a sub, unless somebody gives a sub first. Money. Actually, save your bits. Save your bits because we're gonna test the bits messages in a bit. So don't send me any more bits. Stop with the bits. Okay. What am I doing? I'm fishing for easy money. Exactly. Why not make a test for it? I think you just ruined my YouTube video, Jer, by asking that question. I'm just kidding. Mainly because it's actually it's not that easy to test TMI. I know there is someone on the Live Coders team that created a testing service that like mocks. Yeah, I have green hair. Oh, you haven't been here since the green hair? Welcome, Majestic Guy. But they created a service that mocks TMI or Twitch IRC events. Unit test it, yeah. All right, what am I doing? This. All right, we just want to make sure that this actually shows up. Here we go. Are you ready? Wait, Acid is gifting a sub. Me too. Hey, it works. Coding Garden has gifted 5 subscriptions to the garden. GG. All right, who got gifted? Baby Cookie, @Bully, Loot, Alan, Jerben. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so it's working. So we have successfully tested it. It's working. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to commit this code. So what you saw me do was fix the merge conflicts. There's a lot of other bad stuff wrong with this code. I'm not looking at that right now. We just fixed the merge conflict. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit those changes. So if you look at this, there are if we look at this, there are unmerged changes on that file that I just fixed. So I'm going to add it, commit it, and we're going to say sparkles merge with master. Cool. And then now I'm going to push up to that branch. So I'll do git push origin merdy-1. And thank you very much, Sean, for the gifted sub. Much appreciated. And Kuzi has gifted 0 subscriptions to the garden. What? What? Why did it... It's broke. But congrats to Binawad, who got gifted by Kuzi. Eternal Dev Coder with the $5 tip. Thank you very much, Eternal Dev Coder. Who says nothing. But I appreciate you, Eternal Dev. Okay, yeah, now we have to merge it back. Right. So we got distracted. This YouTube video is longer than it should have been, but that's okay. So we just pushed up to the merdy1 branch. Now, when I look here, we should no longer see a merge conflict, right? So now that I brought the code down manually, I fixed the merge conflict, I pushed up those changes, and so now GitHub is able to automatically merge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squash this commit and merge it. To squash it means we're going to take all 4 of these commits that were part of this pull request and push them into a single commit, so that way the main commit history doesn't have a bunch of events like this. So added subtypes, prime paid upgrade, events, added those things. I'm just coming up with a succinct message here. So rebuilt TMI, cool. All right, so we're gonna squash it, merge it, and now all of this code has made it back into master. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this branch. I like to keep my branches clean, only keep the branches around that I need. And if we look back over here on the master branch, it has the latest changes. And if we look at the commits, we can see that there is this commit, which was all of that code change that we just did there. So that's it. Is this YouTube content? I don't know. Hopefully that was useful for you, and we'll see you next time. There. YouTube video. Okay. Beso, thank you for that follow. Thanks for being here. The Git extension for VS Code, it's actually just built in. So you used to content. This is not on continuous integration because this is just running locally. It's not deployed on a server or anything like that. But yeah, there is no. This is actually just built into VS Code. This source control thing here. You used to have to install extra extensions to get like the merging stuff, but it's all built in. We got some follows. Thank you to Ethan for the follow, and thank you to Luan for the follow. Also, can you explain it all again? I missed it. Just watch YouTube in like 2 days. And Slake and Teof, I guess that counts as me writing code, right? Galaxy Cup. Thank you, Aprimo. And thanks again to Dad of Dom for that focus mode. All right. I have used GitHub Actions. I'm using GitHub Actions at work. I was mentioning earlier that GitHub was broke today and Actions were not running. All right. If you just learned something, type "wow" in the chat. If you didn't learn something, do an emote or something. Cool. That's good to hear. I'm glad my all the things I did not fall on deaf ears. I'm saying all kinds of sayings today. Today I learned git fetch is a thing. Yeah. Git fetch basically takes all the remote stuff and pulls it down locally. Very cool. And what redemption did we just get? Stretch. Thank you, Jer. Everyone should take a stretch. Awesome. Cool. All right. Here's what we're going to do now. I want to get bits messages in my overlay. And hello, Historica. Welcome to the show. That is what the LEDs are. So you can type !LED followed by 8 zeros or ones, just like a Tango team leader just did. And you can see that the ones and zeros turned on the corresponding LEDs there. And this is just sitting on my desk here. That's my finger. If I crop the LEDs down, it looks like it would... Oh yeah, I mean, we could put it right there. Honestly, that's a good spot for it. Actually, I could just move the camera. Could do this, and then do this. Yeah, look at that. Now I don't have to move it around. It's a little bit harder to notice though now, right? I don't know. Historica says git pull equals git fetch plus git merge origin master. Oh. Cool. Yeah, the way we use git fetch though was to get all of the remote branches onto our local. Yeah, and then I totally forgot. There's a cooldown. So after you set the LED, you can't do it again after a few seconds. All right. I'm going to look at TMI's documentation. And actually, maybe David, maybe you can point me to where I would find this. Like, is it just available inside of the bits events, or do I have to do something special? Quick example on how to use Node's new worker threads. I did this once and it took me like an hour. I can try to find it on YouTube. It was kind of like an introduction to like parallel processing, because we picked a problem that could be solved with multiple threads. Coding garden threads. Yeah, learning Node.js worker threads. Well, I guess probably only took me like 45 minutes because it's only a portion of that stream. So you can see me do it there. Yeah, and hello, View. Welcome. At least until they finish the LED. Wait, what did you say? Okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's not working. Yeah, and if you look at that YouTube video, there's a link to the Git repo. Good evening, the She-Boss. Welcome to the show. So you can cheer events with client on cheer, and you can cheer motes with the Helix API. So yeah, so right now the code. Actually, let's just clean up this code. We should add a linter to this code, and just make it nicer. That's what we're gonna do. The only issue is like right now it doesn't even have a package JSON. It's just a totally static app. That's okay. Like we should put it in a we should put it in a source directory. There's a lot we could actually do here. Convert it to TypeScript. Like that's the thing. We could use something like Parcel or something like that. TypeScript. Shh, don't say anything. I'm revoking it right now. That's actually why I hid my screen. Cool. So now my overlay will be broken. Like here's the thing. This code has changed since I last saw it. I didn't realize that like there's this config file. Yeah, I've learned to stay calm. The thing is that token only has access. The only reason that token exists is so that it can get access to raid events. So it didn't have. You can't send messages with that token or anything like that. Actually, let's try. Actually, here's what I want to do. Let's do like we could do like a 5-minute YouTube video on how to set up a Twitch bot. Who wants to see that? Docker. Cool, and I'll mention really quick this tool, twitchtokengenerator.com. You can put tokens in here and revoke them. But what I'm gonna test really quick. Okay, so let's do a quick video on how to make a Twitch bot. That'll be fun. People like that content. Oh, I wasn't showing my screen. But this tool, twitchtokengenerator.com, is nice. You can generate tokens, and you can also revoke tokens that you have generated. But what I want to do really quick. Do I have a folder called basic Twitch bot? No. Let's do this. Me. Oh, thank you, ATD. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you. All right. This is not part of the YouTube video. This is just going to show you how easy it is to set up Twitch and TMI to listen for chat messages. Dest. We are going to create a app.js. And if you go to tmijs.com, there's a nice little example that you can copy paste. So this is using require. I'll show you how we can do it without require. So basically you put your code in there. And now we need to link TMI in the index.html. There isn't really a good place to find a CDN for TMI.js, but you can get it directly from the Git repo. So if you go to the TMI.js website, or TMI.js Git organization, and then you go to the repo, and then you click on releases, there's a build that will work directly in the browser. If you just grab the min here. And so I'm just going to save this into that folder. Now I got to open my laptop to follow. Well, you have a moment, because right now this is not part of the tutorial. This is just me doing a basic setup, so that way I can make sure that that token I showed you actually is revoked. Basic Twitch bot. Yeah, so I'm just going to save that in there. Oh, thank you, offended Robocop. Robocop? Thanks for being here. So I just downloaded the TMI.js built library directly into this folder, and then I'm just going to link that. Now, you absolutely could find a CDN. Alka says, hello world. Is Alka here? Alka's here, isn't he? You could find a CDN link and link that in, but this will work. Lots of bots. And so yeah, we're going to link in the TMI library, and then we're going to link in that app.js. So if I've done that correctly, should connect to, we're going to connect to the coding garden. And then, oh, Alka says hello world right there. I see. And then we're going to listen for messages. And every message that comes into the Coding Garden Twitch channel will just get logged to the console. So let's see if this worked. And then I'm going to add that token and see if it breaks. Hopefully it breaks. Cool. Yeah. Alka? What's up, Alka? Yeah, so you can see all the... That's how easy it is to look at Twitch chat inside of a web app. You literally just pull in the library, say what channel you want to get messages from, and it instantly works. The trickier part is sending messages, which is possible but requires a token. And I made the mistake of accidentally showing a token on stream just now. This one here. But I have revoked it. Hopefully the revocation actually worked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this in to try and log in with it and see if it works. So if you scroll down on the Tm Ijs website, they show you how to pass in an identity. And so the username here, I think, is Coding Garden. And then there's this. I keep showing this. But like I said, the only access it has is to listen for hosts. You shouldn't be able to actually send messages with this token. But we'll see. You could technically be hacking my Twitch account right now. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Login authentication failed. Twitch actually has an endpoint where you can pass in the token to revoke it, but I just use this website, twitchtokengenerator.com, because it's super useful. And phew, login failed because I'm already logged in. But this tool is really nice because you can generate tokens. And when I actually generated that token, the only thing that I checked was like user chat read or something. Alka, what's the permission to listen for hosts? Do you know? User read broadcast? No. Chat read? It's actually an Arduino that's hooked up via USB, and then I have, it's running Johnny 5. If you stick around, I think we're going to do something with an Arduino today. Alka. Oh, Alka's not actually here. I see. That was his automated bot response. Well, okay. But there's a specific permission you can ask for, and the only thing it does is like give you access to certain things. Okay. So let's make a YouTube video. What should Alka? Yeah, Alka is a bot, but he's also a real person. What should we make? So yeah, I mean, you could try to use this, but this is borked. Well, welcome, Evan. What should we do with this basic Twitch bot? And I guess like content, we technically could create a node.js app that does this, but it's also nice to show that it can just run inside of a web browser. Count how many ones when you have... This is great. I like this. Okay. Okay. Let me create a README really quick. New file, readme.md. So what we want to do is first set up TMI. So setup. I'm going to delete all these files and we're going to start from scratch. So setup. Listen for messages in channel. Easy enough. After that, we're going to listen for start count. So when this bot sees start count, it's going to start counting every message it sees that has the number 1. You are useful, Muzam. Thank you. So when it sees that, it's going to start counting, and then it will count all messages, all messages from unique users that have the number 1 in them. Great. And then we will listen for stop count. And then display total count on web page. Won't it count LED? Yeah, I mean, technically any messages that has the number 1 in it. Well, we can restrict it. We can say a message that is literally only the number 1 or a message that has the number 1 in it. We'll decide that when we get there. And actually, we'll display the total count on the page as it accumulates, and then display total count on web page. Display name of all users that sent a message. And then when we hear stop count, we will, what should we do when we're done? We should rain emojis or show like a GIF or something like that. I don't know. We got to do something nice. Who has ideas? What should we do when we see the stop count command? At 1,000 ones, gift a sub. Here. This is the old token. This does not work. Cool. But I should actually close that file. Drop that number of ones. 8 ones? Can we do start count? Oh, with the number of options? That could be cool, because it's basically like that would basically be a poll at that point. I want to keep it super basic. I want this to be like a 7-minute at most YouTube video. Text to speech, all the ones. Listen for stop count. And then actually no, we'll use this. We'll say use text to speech to say the count out loud. All right, this is our plan. Simple Twitch chat web page. This is it. This is what we're gonna build. Okay, so let me just delete all the things. We're gonna start from total scratch. I'm gonna delete tmi.min. Okay, so this is what we're going to build, and we are not going to use any sort of token. So to do something like this, all we need is to just listen for messages. So you only actually need a token if you want to send a message in the channel. And we don't want to do that. For this specific thing, we're not going to be sending messages in the channel. We're just going to do things on this web page. And I think that's good, because if I were to show people how to add a token to this web page, they might try to deploy it somewhere, and there's no way to hide that token on the front end. But yeah. All right, so simple Twitch chat web page. I think that's a good title. How about this? Build a simple web page that listens for Twitch chat. We're doing it in vanilla JavaScript. Yeah. So this is super basic. Whoever comes along to this video doesn't have to know any framework or anything like that. All right. Who's ready? It's not an extension. This is just my syntax highlighting. If you do ! theme, you can see my highlighting. Ready. I'm ready too. Move basic. I need to close this. Move basic Twitch bot to basic Twitch page. All right. Let me acknowledge the follows, and then we'll do it. Thank you to Handsome Squidward. Thanks for being here. Claude, thank you for that follow. Kung Fury Keyboard, thank you for the follow. Towans, thank you for the follow. And View, thank you for the follow as well. One. Yeah, so the interesting thing about Twitch chat is it actually doesn't save the history of chat. So this will only work when the thing is actually running, and I'm going to make it so that it only tallies it after I say start count. And Raphael, thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. Thank you, Bear Cool, for that posture check. It is needed. And Slake, thank you for the hydrate as well. Cheers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1. Okay. What are we doing? Focus mode. Thank you, Kusi. Hopefully, I feel like we can get this done in 8 minutes. I really want to. So we're going to try it. Save chat for VODs. Yeah, they do, but it's not available from the API, as far as I know. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. In this hopefully short video, we're going to build a basic web page that listens for messages in Twitch chat. I am currently live on Twitch. There are people watching me, and they're going to help me we'll build this thing. So to build this, I'm going to use a library called Tm Ijs. This is the Twitch messaging interface. It's a really great, really easy to use JavaScript library that allows me to listen for Twitch chat inside of a web page or even in a node.js application. And thank you very much, Sean, for the 1,000 bits. I haven't seen the notification yet, but it should pop up. Hopefully. Hopefully. Is it borked? Did anybody see the notification? Oh, well. We got to keep moving. Right now, I have nothing but a README. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a basic web page. Yeah, Rip, my notifications aren't working. That's unfortunate. But we're going to set up a basic web page, listen for messages in my Twitch chat right now. We're going to listen for the command start count, and then we're going to count any message that is the number 1. And we're going to display that on the page, as well as all the users that have sent that message. And then when we hear the command stop count, we are going to just say out loud what the count was. Oh, you're right. The token was revoked, so it can't listen anymore. I totally forgot. Well, we're going to keep moving. I'll fix it afterwards. Okay, so we need a web page. So I'm going to create an index.html, just a basic web page. We'll do a basic template. And we're going to call this the Twitch chat counter. We need to bring in the Tm Ijs library, and then we're also going to bring in our own custom JavaScript. So to get the Tm Ijs library, I typically just go to the Tm Ijs GitHub. So if you go to github.com/tmijs/tmijs, in here you can go to the releases page and download the built version of TMI that will work in a web browser. You could probably find this on a CDN as well. You just need something that will work in the browser. And so here I'm going to download tmi.min.js. I'm going to save this into that directory. So go in here, Coding Garden, basic Twitch page, right there. Great. And now that I have tmi.min.js, I will bring it in. So I'll have the source here will be tmi. And then I need to bring in another JavaScript file. And this is where I'm going to write my custom code. So I'll call this app.js. Great. So we're going to create a file, app.js, and this is where I will listen for Twitch chat. So if you check out tmijs.com, they have an example that you can copy and paste. In this scenario, I'm not going to copy the require, because the require is if you were using it in a node environment or some environment in the browser that would support require, but I'm not. I'm just using the CDN. So I'm going to copy that, paste it in. And what I need to specify is what channel are we listening for messages in. In this case, I want to listen for messages in the Coding Garden Twitch channel. And you can see I don't have to specify a password because we're not sending any messages. I'm just listening for messages. So just like that, we should see all of the Twitch chat messages in the console. So I'm going to use an auto-refreshing static file server called Light Server. This isn't a build tool or anything like that. It's just a static file server that auto refreshes when things change. So there, yeah, you can see that things that happen in the Twitch chat also appear in my console, and it's actually a little bit faster than when my overlay is showing. So that's great. We're listening for messages. And so what I want to do is I want to listen for that start count command. So we got our setup. We're listening for messages. Now we want to listen for start count. And so we can really just say like, one thing you typically want to do with a bot is if self, just return true. In this specific scenario, we don't have to worry about that because our bot isn't sending messages, but this would just prevent you from responding to your own bot's messages. So I always just do that anyways. And then we can check. So we can say if message is equal to start count, do the thing, else do some other thing. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to start the count. So I'm going to have count be a global variable, starts off at 0. And then I'm going to have another variable that's like listening for count. And that's going to be a Boolean. Let's take a quick stretch. Just return no reason. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, thank you, Alka. And Alka's here. Alka's here. So Alka is one of the maintainers of Tm Ijs. Okay, so listening for count is false. That's great. And then, yeah, we're just going to return here. Okay, so if the message is start count, then we'll say listening for count is true. And then otherwise, if we are listening for the count, then we want to increment the counter. But we only want to increment the counter if the message is equal to 1. So if we're listening for count and message is equal to 1. So we're only going to look at messages that are literally the number 1. And we're also going to keep track of all the users that have sent a message. So we'll just have our users here, and this will be an object. And we're going to put the users in there. And technically, I can just use that to keep track of the count. Yeah, let's do that. So if we're listening for count and the message is literally the value 1, then I'm going to say users at tags.name, username? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Message.trim. Do I need to do that? I'm not going to do that. And actually, we really should just, let's do this. To debug it, we're going to log the tag. So tags has a bunch of information inside of it. And yeah, so Alka is telling me username is the login. So that's good. But let's just look at all the tags that happen for any message. So right now, it's going to listen for any user that does start count. So we go back over here. Anybody can just do start count. I guess I'll be the first. Start count. And now it should keep track. Yeah, and so these are the tags. This is all the information about the message that was sent. And the thing that I care about is username. Yeah, username, because that will keep it unique. So we'll say users at username equals true. And by doing this, and users at tags.username. By doing this, it will only count each user once. And so that way, one user doesn't get counted multiple times. And then we also want to listen for end count. So we'll say if, whoa, almost there. We only got a minute left. We'll probably take a little bit longer than that, but that's okay. So we'll say else if message is equal to end count, then we're going to say listening for count is false. And then we'll like display or like say count out loud. So we need to do that. I spelled message wrong, so we'll fix that. One thing we need to do here is display current count on page. So that's fine. Juicebox, welcome. My overlay is broken right now, but thank you very much for the raid. We are creating a very, very basic Twitch page that's going to count the number of people that say 1 in the chat. So you can help us out with this. And what's up, Anthony Writes Code? Welcome to the show. Everyone should check out Anthony Writes Code. Shout out to Juicebox. They are both a member of our Live Coders team. All right, so let's see if this works. So now, this is now waiting for a chat. So I'm going to say start count. So now it's listening. And now... actually, I'm not logging anything out, but every time someone types the number 1, it's actually increasing users behind the scene. We can take a look at users. If we expand it, there's only one person in it. Listening for count. Oh, did somebody do end count? Somebody might have done end count already. So one thing I actually want to do is I want to only allow me to start or end the count. So what I want to find is my... Actually, I can just look at the username. So we'll say if... let's extract out the username. So we'll say username equals tags, like that. And we'll say if username is equal to Coding Garden, and message equals start count. Then we'll do that. And also right here. So basically I'm restricting it so that only I can start or end the count. Yeah, and Andrew is mentioning something else we could do. We could check to see if they're a mod. You could also do broadcaster, which is this specific account. There's a lot of ways to do it. I'm just going to do it in the simplest way here. So if it's me, start it, otherwise end it. And then here we're just going to log the number of keys in here. So we'll do object.keys users.length. So this count should go up, and we'll see it logged in the console. So I am going to start count, and if people type 1 in the chat, we can see it going up. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So every single unique message increments the count. And then if I do end count, end count like that, then it should no longer be listening. So now it's stopped, and it's at the number 27. Great. Now all I need to do is take this information and actually put it on the web page. All right, see you later, Juicebox. Thank you very much for that raid. Thanks for bringing all your friends. All right, so at this point, we need to display it on the page. Let's go to our HTML. We're going to create a little section here. So we'll create a div. We'll create a p tag. We'll give this an ID of count. And then we'll create another p tag, and we'll give this an ID of users. And then we're just going to update these. And actually, let's just make this an h1. We'll make this like an h3. And I'm going to bring in some very basic CSS so we don't have to worry about that. Would a set help? What do you mean a set? Oh, a set would work in exactly the same way. Yeah. I like objects. I've always used objects. But yeah, you're absolutely right, because basically we are keeping track of unique users. Sets are perfect for uniqueness. So basically we would just add the user to the set. But here I'm just adding a property to an object and setting it true. So if the same user sends the message twice, it's just going to overwrite it and it won't add a new key. Cool. So we have count and users. Let's just grab these in my my JavaScript here. So I'll say users element is document.query selector. With the ID users, and then we need to do the same thing with the count element. So we have the count element and the users element, which exactly correspond to this h1 and that h3. Now, when a message comes in, we'll say count element dot text content equals the total number here. And then we'll say users element dot text content equals all of the usernames joined together with a comma, and that should do it. So now I will start the count. Now type 1 in the chat if you want to be included in this counter. Nice. Very good. Very good. Cool. And now I'm going to stop it. So I will say stop count. All right. And now it should stop. It shouldn't go up anymore. So 50. We got 50. We got all the way up to 50. Wait, it's still going up. Is it? No. 52. There were some last few messages. Did I do the right thing? End count? Stop count. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Technically, it should still be going up. Yeah, I did the wrong command. I should actually do end count like that. And now it shouldn't go up anymore. So yeah, if you keep typing 1, it shouldn't go up. We should be stuck at 60 now. Huh? Yeah. So I don't see... The last person I see is Funny Dude. So yeah. Okay. Great. So we've done it. It's a super basic website. It doesn't send messages in chat or anything like that. It's literally just listening for messages in Twitch chat, and then we have some interaction on the webpage. One last thing I'm going to do, and this will be fun. This is beyond like Twitch or anything like that. Deploy. But I guess actually one thing I can do. Let's actually do this. I have another idea. Let's implement a reset command. So if I do reset count, that will clear the entire page. So let's implement that. And really, I can start to clean this up. So basically, if the username is Coding Garden, then I'm going to have the specific things that are listening for commands, like this. And then I don't have to check in here. These are basically my command handlers. And then if the user is not me, then we decide whether or not to increment the count. So that's a little bit better. But now I can also say if message equals to clear count, then we can say we'll basically just wipe it out. And thank you very much, Dean, for the Patreon pledge. Much appreciated. So count element text content will be nothing, and the users will be nothing. And we'll just say this is waiting for count. And we'll start that off right here. We'll say this is waiting for count. So now, waiting for count. Then I can do start count. And then anybody can type 1 in the chat. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We got 2. All right, I'm going to end it really soon. So now I will do, well, I forget the command. Is it end count? End count. So now if I do end count, it should stop listening. So now we're stuck at 35. RS skin was the last one. Yeah, so it's not going up anymore. So that's great. And now I should be able to do clear count. Like that. And it says waiting for count. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well, the last thing is I actually want to say the count out loud. And so there actually is a speech synthesis built into the browser. Yeah, let's close that. Speech synthesis utterance. So we can do this. We can get, I don't know if I even want to get voices. And then we can do synth.speak. Okay. So this is built into the browser. I don't have to install anything, but basically what we'll do is when end count happens, we want to say the count out loud. So for that, we'll do window.speech synthesis. I guess we can specify, let's see what the default voice is. And I think actually we can just do dots. I think this is all it takes. Dot speak. And then we want to speak the count. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I should reset the object. So whenever we clear the count, thank you very much. Yeah, we should say users is now back to nothing. And we'll just make this a let, so that way we can overwrite it. But yeah, thank you, Pure Lol, for thinking about that. When we clear, we want to reset so there are no more users. Okay, let's see if this works. Honestly, I just want to see if I can run this code in the browser and see if it will speak. Argument 1 is not an object. Well, utter this. Oh, we have to create a new speech synthesis utterance. Like, well, say, so we're just going to say count is equal to this, but that's going to grab the total count. Some browsers don't support it completely. Well, hopefully, Firefox supports it. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna do that, but instead we're gonna say hello world.
Hello world.
Did you hear it?
Hello world.
Great, that's beautiful. That's literally all I want. And so it will say the count whenever we have ended. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. All right, let's put it on the interwebs. Actually, we'll test it. We'll test it one more time, and then we're ready to go. All right, is everyone ready for the final run? Don't type 1 in the chat because I'm gonna ask you to type. So I'm gonna do start count. Here we go. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, so type 1 in the chat, and the number will go up and up and up and up and up. Very nice. Let's see how high we can get it. It says there are 199 people watching, but I don't know how many people actually have the Twitch chat open. We'll let it keep going. I will mention that it's unique. So if you've already typed 1, it's not going to count you twice. You can only type 1 once. Seriously. And Mulgort. and Izzo, and Liam, and Capel. My cup is blue. Yeah, that's why. Invisible. Alka typed 8. All right, so are you ready? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say end count, and it should say the number out loud. Are you ready?
82.
82. Nice. How to count to 1. That's awesome. So last thing I'll do is just deploy it, and I think to deploy it, I'll use Surge. Do I have Surge installed? Domain. Type 1 in the chat. Actually, one thing we could do. Okay, now that I think about this, we could make this usable by other people. Because right now, I keep thinking of ways to like make this better and better, but instead of hard coding the channel, we could take in the channel name from the params, so that way other people could use this too, and you could listen for one in any channel. Big brain. I was trying to make a YouTube video. This has turned into a lot more, though. It's okay. This will be like a 30-minute YouTube video. That's fine. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say params are URL search params. So this is also built into the browser. We want to do window.location.search. Like that. We'll do params.get channel, or we'll default to the coding garden. And actually, let's just put this in a variable. So we'll say channel is equal to that. And then we're going to listen in that channel, but I'm also going to add some text to the page that lets people know what's going on. So let's just put like a little small right here that says, we'll give it an ID of status. And then after we connect, we will say, we want to grab that status element. So we'll say the status element is a very interesting vape. What? Are you talking about Vape Juice Jordan? What? Okay, so, oh, we got rated? Oh. So my overlay is broken right now. I said we were going to take a break. Did we get rated? Okay, thank you very much, Vape Juice Jordan. Thank you for the raid. I'm sorry that I missed it. Welcome, raiders. You should definitely check out Vape Juice Jordan if you have not heard of him. It's like, what? But yeah, check out Vape Juice Jordan. They are, yeah, thank you, Andrew. They're a member of our live coders team. He's a cool dude. All right. What am I doing? We're going to set the status. Whenever we connect, we're just basically going to say listening for messages in. Listening for messages in channel. Why is, oh, too many ins. Too many ins. All right, so now when the page loads, what, did I kill it? Right, when the page loads, it should say listening for messages in coding garden. But you could say channel equals, and then we could do Vape Juice Jordan. And if Vape Juice Jordan goes to this webpage, it's now listening for chat messages in Vape Juice Jordan. Actually, let's go over to Vape Juice Jordan's chat. You can go to Vape Juice Jordan /chat. And I will say start count. And now if anybody types 1 in Vape Juice Jordan's chat, oh, actually, no, it says waiting for count. Somebody type 1 in Vape Juice Jordan's chat. Hola. There we go. Yeah. So, because I'm not Vape Juice. No, well, right now my code it's hard coded to look for. It will only start it if the person who did the command is coding guard. Great. So it works in other channels too, which is pretty awesome. So now I can do in count
5,
and then it says it out loud. 5. So that's awesome. But I think the other thing I'll do in the code is I'll make it so that only the channel the owner of the channel can use the command. So I'll say if username dot to lowercase is equal to the channel dot to lowercase, then we'll listen for those specific commands. That's it. All right. We could look for the broadcaster flag. This is enough. This is enough. All right, let's put it on the interwebs. So I'm going to use a tool called Surge, which is free static deployments. And this will be called type 1 in chat.surge.sh. And we should get, we get automatic HTTPS. And now this should work. So now it's on the interwebs, and it's listening for messages. So are you all ready? One last time. If I do start count, type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. Is it borked? It's not working. Or is it? I could have messed this right here. If username dot to lowercase is equal to channel dot to lowercase. All right, I should have tested it locally before I deployed it. Yeah, so Sant FN is asking, is the chat overlay basically just a website but in the form of an app? Since that it's built like HTML? Yeah, and so actually all of my overlays aren't using Node. The only things using Node are things that require a backend like this, because this has a lot of other extra features like filtering followers, and it has message history. And so this talks to a backend API, which is taking in all of the Twitch chats. But the drop game could technically just be a web page that's listening for chats. And then that other overlay, it's not listening to Twitch chat, but it does call the Twitch API to get my list of subscribers and my list of followers. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm in just chatting just because I talk a lot. This is like the first part of the stream where I'm actually getting something done. But let's figure out why this is broken. And yeah, so my channel starts with an... So when I join right here, this has to have a hash in front of it. All right, see you later, handsome Squidward. Thanks for dropping by. No. Handles normalizing. Okay. Well, let me see what's happening here. So, yeah, I'm not using the channel. Oh! In JavaScript, there's this thing called variable shadowing, and my linter is yelling at me. It's like, hey, channel is declared in upper scope. So I have this variable called channel, but it's being overwritten by this variable called channel. Yeah, it gets overloaded. This is also known as shadowing. So I'm just going to call this WAT because we're not actually using it and we don't care about it. So that should fix it. And now we should be able to do this again. So if I go into the chat and I do start count, now type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. There we go. There we go. And now I can also do end count.
32.
32. Great work. That was a fast one. Okay. Now, I'm going to deploy again, and we should be good. Yeah, and somebody asked about Surge. This is a free tool to do static website deployments. So type 1 in chat.surge.sh. Thank you, Andrew. Cool. And so now, if we go here, it should work. And actually, I can look at the source of the web page just to make sure it's the latest code. Yeah, there's that WAT variable. Okay, so now by default, it's not running yet. So by default, it's listening for messages in Coding Garden. So if let's go down here. So if I do start count, now there we go. So now if anybody types 1, type 1 in the chat. Excuse me. 1. was fun. This was surprisingly easy and surprisingly fun. It took me a lot longer to code it than I thought it would, but it was still pretty cool. All right, so now when I'm ready, I can do in count. And
59.
59. So that's awesome. So if you want to use this on Twitch, on your Twitch channel, what you can do is you can just go to this website, but you do exclamation mark channel equals, and then you can choose the channel name. So we'll do Code Show. Let's go to Code Show's Twitch chat. Code Show /chat. Yeah. So oh, it's followers only. Okay. Let's go somewhere else. Juicebox Hero chat. Actually, I totally forgot. The streamer has to be the one who starts the count. Who in here is a streamer? And I guess technically we could go to anybody's chat on anybody's page. Let's go here. Let's go to Chad's. Me? Okay, we'll do Muzam. Muzam. Okay, so if you go to twitch.tv/thisusername/chat. All right, and don't start just yet because I need to open the web page. Okay, so everyone go here. Everyone go to this chat. But what I can do is here in the URL, I'll say channel equals that, and now it's listening for it specifically in Muzam's channel. So hey, Jordan the Coder. So we're waiting for Muzam to start the count. So Muzam has to do exclamation start dash count. Muzam, where you at? Okay, there we go. So he did start count. Now it's counting. And this is in their chat. It's not in my chat anymore. So yeah, now actually I can take part in this. Just like that. There I am. And now if Muzam types end count, it should say the number out
32.
loud. 32. And if Muzam types exclamation mark clear count, it'll wipe it out. Nice. That's great. I'm proud of this. All right, so coding garden like that. Cool. So I'll put this code on GitHub. End count. Oh, I thought it was. Let's see. It does. Yeah, so right now, all of the commands are wrapped inside of the check for the person's username. So only the owner of the channel can type start, end, or clear. Anyone else can join it. Yeah, that's the other cool thing you could do. You could make a polling system. You could have a chat command that says start poll, and then it specifies like comma separated options. And then people can type 1, 2, or 3 to vote for a specific option. And then you could build a web page that does that. I should put the instructions on the page. Let's do it. Let's just put a little paragraph right here. Type 1 in the chat. One. What do I say? Start count. Actually, let's put this inside of a code block so it's nice and formatted. Kiboga has a poll like that? That's pretty cool. I haven't seen it. So start count, end count, clear count. And we'll just say broadcaster only. Let me run it locally again to see how it looks. I'll deploy it, and then we'll stop talking about this. Let's put that on the next line. Create a tag cloud from the chat messages? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, that's totally possible, all with front-end technologies, too. As long as the web page was open and listening to chat the whole time, you could use, you could find a library out there that, like, generates a word cloud and, like, do it in real time, too. Let's put this in italics. and then one more break. This is silly. You should not write HTML this way, but we're hacking it together. Yeah, I'm using TMI for any of the stuff you see on my screen, and for those of you that are just joining us, I'll talk about all the other stuff that's running. But yeah, all right, let's do it one more time. I'm gonna deploy, and then we'll do it one more time, and then I'll stop talking about this. So you might not have heard of a word cloud or a tag cloud. You've probably seen images like this before. Basically, it takes in a bunch of text, and depending on how often a word occurs, that text appears larger. So you could do this based on. We could center everything. Should I center everything? Here we go. I'm Actually, no, this is awesome. First of all, we're going to use a center tag. This is technically a deprecated tag, but it still works, and it's actually, yeah, it's really easy to just center it. So we're going to do that. That's awesome. The other thing is we're going to put this type 1 to chat inside of a marquee. Type 1 in the chat. That's hilarious. So yeah, so Stant FN is asking, how do you get it to run as an application instead of a website? Typically, you would need something like node.js. So, is this MySpace? Type 1 in the chat. But yeah, so like, if you wanted to build like a chat bot, then your chat bot would probably live on a server somewhere, and it's perpetually listening for messages. Like I have a bot. I mean, my bot is not running on a server, but it's running behind the scenes right now on my computer. So I can do this shout out command, and my bot is listening for that command, and then it sends a response. But that is a Node.js application that's just running locally. You can see some of the outputs here, but I basically have that bot just running in the background. You technically could put that bot on a server too. How do I run applications like my chat? Oh, I see. This is an Electron application. So Electron is a way of creating desktop apps that use web technologies. Electron.js. And so technically, I mean, this is a web page, but it is built as a desktop app. Why are you talking to yourself, Alka? Yeah, so this is Electron, and you can use any web technologies you want. So I'm actually using Vue.js inside of this to run all the things. You can check that out. California. My servers are in like Virginia, I think. Is this still the video? I guess so. All right, we're done. Well, actually, I need to deploy one more time. We'll do it one more time, and then I'm done. Yeah, and technically, so here's the thing. This only works for me because I'm on the web page. If other people went to this web page right now, you technically could, and if the web page was open when we started, you'll see the same thing. But if you go to that web page after we started, you wouldn't see it. So if you wanted to do something like that, you'd need a backend and a database and all that good stuff. But right now, it's super basic. Okay, one last time. Is everybody ready? Let's go. Type 1 in the chat. Great work, everyone. I'm proud of us. Yeah, so right now we're detecting messages that are only the number 1. If you do multiple, it won't detect it. Great work, everyone. All right, and then we can do end count.
49.
49. Okay. And I'll show this channel. Because technically, that's the same thing. Okay, there's that. I'm done. If you watch this on YouTube, I appreciate you. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/codinggarden. You can join all these wonderful people in typing one in the chat. Hope to see you there. Cool. That's probably like a 45-minute YouTube video. That's not, I'll have to edit it down. Good enough. I guess I technically could just rebuild it. I could build it from scratch, but now I know what I actually want to build. Right now, it doesn't detect anything but the number 1. So right now, it's just if the message is the number 1. You could add like a regular expression or something like that if you wanted to detect other things. But yeah. Cool. So we did it. All right, we got lots of follows. I'm going to acknowledge those. Then someone remind me to push this code to GitHub. You can. We do sanitize things, so you can't do anything, but you can do some things. And Snelk, thank you for the follow. Archtinku, thank you for the follow. Ajakonj, thank you for that follow. Razorback Dodo, thank you for the follow. Core HD, thank you for the follow. What's in my OPSEC, thank you. Programmer262, thank you. MKU, thank you. Kiaruda, thank you. Udavo, thank you for that follow. Stringy Strings, thanks for being here. Artist Dev, thank you for the follow. Nusendra, thank you for the follow. Tiku, thank you very much. Nostalgic Potato, thank you very much. Zebrajack, thank you very much. Gonzi, thank you very much. Jack Sniper, thanks for the follow. Cred, thank you for that follow. Hot and Ready, thank you. Your friend Markofet, thanks for being here. And Turkiora, thank you for that follow. Yeah. You have the leave animation, but the scroll down still snaps. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's HTML. There's no SQL injection, but basically this overlay and a previous version of this overlay has been penetration tested by the chat for like over 6 months. So there's been a couple of times it was vulnerable to cross-site scripting, but we've locked it down pretty good. What is Silex saying? If you do what? What's Surge? Marquee. Oh yeah, you can use a marquee in my overlay. That's fine. Yeah, and I didn't mention it earlier, but Surge. If you go to surge.sh, you can read about it. But basically, you can install this tool and then just very easily deploy static websites with HTTPS. You got a NAS working on your Raspberry Pi. Congrats, Andrew. I need to fix that chat token right now. Okay, let me do that. Because my overlay is broken. So, oh yeah, and Alka, you're here. What is the permission required for hosts in host events in Tm Ijs? Do you know the OAuth scope? 5 gifted subs? What? Chat read, chat edit. Do you really need chat edit? Because you missed it, but I exposed my token earlier. But I revoked the token. You can embed SVG, so that's how Wolfie is doing that rainbow text. I don't know if chat works without both chat read and chat edit. Well, it's for my overlay alert. So my overlay my overlay doesn't send messages. My overlay only listens for sub events, raids, hosts, bits events, that kind of thing. Huh. Oh, I totally forgot. My Electron app, so I'll show you this, Silex. My Electron app has a whitelist. So this, if you try to send a random image in my Electron app, it won't show up. But I actually, you found a vulnerability, Silex. I forgot that those other overlays don't have a whitelist. So we'll stay here for now. Patreon is not linked to Twitch. No, if you want benefits, you have to sub on Twitch. Nice. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here, but unfortunately, I have to disable the chat because there are people here that will attempt to embed images. We can't let them do that. Yeah, and technically, that message that just got deleted, that works because it's from the Twitch CDN, and that is whitelisted because I can show avatars. So, yeah. Okay. What am I doing? I'm getting a new token. I use OBS, just plain old OBS. I don't use Streamlabs OBS or anything like that. Alka, are you sure? Are you sure that I need chat read and chat edit if I'm just listening? The main thing we needed last time is I was not getting either host or raid events. I'm just gonna try with chat read. Yeah, I'm gonna try chat read. Post the token. We'll test it for you. Sure. Okay, so only the broadcaster gets the events as long as you authenticate. We tried creating, I believe last time we tried creating a token with no scopes, but we weren't getting either host or raids. I forget which one it was. But yeah. Okay. There we go. So, if any sub or VIP or mod says something, it should say hello in my overlay now. It should have restarted. And then, yeah, there's Bear Cool. They're here. Hi. Yeah. Welcome. Actually, let me make sure I'm not going to reveal my token again. Not that. This. Hey, Sophia. How's it going? Oh, thank you, Muzam. Muzam gave me mod privileges in their channel. That was the chat that we were trying earlier. Okay. I'm using Streamlabs for tips and some notifications. Yeah. All right. Alka's a mod in 117 channels, including 28 partners. And GS646 Live, thank you very much for that follow. Seeker for Faith is asking, how can I run an Electron app without terminal for non-programmers? Well, you technically need the Electron app to be bundled into an actual application. So, Discord is actually an Electron app. So when you launch Discord, you're launching the Electron executable that launches the Discord app. So to open an Electron app that you don't build yourself, you would have to get a built version from someone. Yeah. And SFox, thank you for that follow. What are we doing? I was going to try to get bits messages in my overlay. Okay. Give me just a second. Is there anything special I need to do to get the message associated with a bits event? Does anyone know? Yeah, exactly. If I did Control-Shift-I in my overlay, you would actually see the DevTools. And we've used that for debugging. Oh, it's the same as the message handler? Really? Then why aren't we showing the message? We've been going this whole time without showing it? Otherwise, it's identical? Okay. Oh, and then, oh yeah, so resub has a message property. I know you can't see my screen. I'm just double checking. All right, I'll check Discord. Resub. So if we look at the message here, Ben, you can try something. Yes. Just don't embed any images. I'm gonna fix that, and I'm probably gonna stop streaming pretty soon. But you can do anything except for embed images. So is this accurate, Alka? So this message property here is, so if somebody resubs and they specify a message in their resub, you cannot, no, so there's no iframes, there's no objects, scripts get stripped out, attributes get stripped out. Pretty much the only thing you can do are like basic HTML. You can use the font tag. Okay, so like when someone resubbed, like Mewtwo resubbed and it said this. Yeah, as long as it's appropriate. So I kind of just want to show that message here. Appropriate. Let's call this the resub message. And we'll say let message equal the empty string. And then are we setting HTML? Let me see. When we show an event, message queue dot push, and then when we're flushing the message queue, we are setting the inner HTML. This is a potential cross-site scripting vulnerability as well. I mean, it's not right now, but once I start to include resub messages, if a resub message included like a script tag or something like that, it would technically run. So I guess I could bring in DOM Purify. Oh boy. Yeah, no worries, Ben. Just be very careful. HTML works. It does, says Fox. Okay. I think what I'm gonna call this like extra message. And then yeah, I could use sanitization, but then I'd have to bring in like the DOM Purify library. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to put this in the HTML. I'm going to use text content for the extra message. And then anytime an extra message is specified, we can use it. So does a Prime paid upgrade, can you include a message on that? Or like when can messages happen? Resub? No message. DOM Purify is like an industry standard library for sanitizing HTML that you're going to be adding to your web pages. So really, cheers. Yeah, we could do intertext. The only issue is some of the messages that I'm already displaying are doing things like bold with like a span, and I want that to still work. Okay. So on cheer, channel and user state. I guess I'll look at the TMI docs. To see the cheer of it. Hey, Shadow. Code Show with the 50 bits. Thank you very much, Code Show. Much appreciated. Same handler? Okay, I just need to see what the channel tag... Okay, channel tags message. That's what I wanted to see. Cheer. Channel user state message. Cool. We'll call this the extra message. And we'll include that there. Cool. So the only time you can include a message is if it's a resub or if it's a cheer. Is that accurate? Cheers are donations. Okay. Technically, a sub event has a message, but you don't know what it does. Okay. Now, so style attributes are stripped out. We learned that pretty early on because people were absolutely positioning things in random places on my screen. So you can use the only way to get custom text is with the font tag. Okay. So right here is the speech bubble. Thank you very much, River Merrill. Thank you very much for the sub. And oh, thank you, S-Fox. Yeah, that was a fun one to do. We did it right here on Twitch. But that overlay that you see popping up, that's what I'm working on right now. I basically want it so that when cheers happen, the message shows up. But on Twitch, there are no donations. Twitch only has cheers. Donations come through Streamlabs, and that's a separate overlay that I'm using. You crashed VS Code. All right. So we're setting the inner HTML here. I think I'm just going to append a span. Let's do this. Say if item dot extra message, then we're gonna say speech bubble inner HTML plus equals a new line, like a break tag, and then we'll say message element is just gonna be a span. Yeah, there you go, Tango Team Leader. Nice. Red text. And then we'll do message element dot text content equals item dot extra message. And then we'll do speech bubble dot append child the message element. So the reason I'm doing this roundabout thing instead of just appending the HTML in here is because when you set just use a pen? Sure. When you set the text content of an element, it does not try to run that code. So if the extra message that someone sent, and so an extra message is like this. So when Mewtwo resubbed, they sent a message that says yay. Or earlier when someone sent bits, they sent a message like this. And if they were to send a message that has HTML inside of it, and if I were to put it on inner HTML here, it would actually render it. Yeah, so it's a markdown renderer. By creating a separate element and then setting the text content instead of the inner HTML, if there is bad stuff in there, it's not going to get rendered out. It's just going to show it. All right, so I'll save it. It should refresh, and hopefully it shows it. So emotes will be broken, and there's no cheer motes. 10-10. Alka, one step at a time. One step at a time. I guess technically that message needs to be processed by my my emote parser. Do cheer motes work the same way as emotes? I have to discover the cheer modes. Do you know the name of that TMI, the Twitch IRC testing service? Someone on the Live Coders team is working on it. You know what that thing is called? Because that could be pretty useful right now. Red, white, blue. It works! The code I sent you on Discord includes cheer mode parsing. Thank you, David. I'll take a look at it. That's not so bad. That looked okay. We could work on the styles, but that looked okay. And as you can see, like the bits didn't render. Yeah, you're welcome, Ben. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good night. All right. Let's see what David sent on Discord. See you later, Historica. Thanks for dropping by. Overseer has it all. It does. But I want it in my overlay too. Did you write some reusable exportable functions? Excuse me. Hey Murdoch, what's up? We merged your pull request. It created YouTube content because for some reason there was a merge conflict, so I actually fixed the merge conflict locally. And we just got bits showing up in the item. We also show resub messages. It's midnight in Brooklyn. I could believe it. Use the Twitch lib and it has parsing for emotes and cheer modes? Why didn't I know about this? Is it literally just Twitch on NPM? What's it called? Twitch lib? Twitch-lib. Wait, David Snyder, also known as Gypsy Dangerous, has also published a library called TwitchLib. It's literally Twitch. Yeah, there's no script tags. Also, attributes get stripped out. Any of your standard cross-site scripting attacks will get stripped out. And also non-standard ones. I'm using a library for it. Interesting. Okay, I realize you can't see my screen right now. I just want to see what's happening here. Code. I don't plan to stream tomorrow. My next stream will be Friday morning. I see. I don't want to do that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to show you my screen. This is what David sent me. Wow. So, on cheer, get the channel name. Cheer mode regex. Oh, so like the message is something like name with some value. We get the cheer motes from the API. I'll say, David, you should cache this. You shouldn't do it inside of the cheer handler. You should do it outside. And only refresh every now and then. Why 0 through 9? Because 100? Oh, it should be 1 through 9, right? Well, it should start with 1 through 9, followed by 0 or more 0 through 9s. Right? Don't know why it's there at all. Well, me neither. So this is looking for words like, I guess I can't cheer in my own channel. Let's go cheer on Alka's channel. The start of the cheer mode is a word. So like if I try to do a cheer mode like this, try to do 1 bit, cheer 1, cheer 100, cheer 1000. Yeah, this code is calling the API to get cheer modes. Oh, I see. So actually, instead of doing a general regular expression like that, send it. Instead of doing a general regular expression, we could get back the names of all the cheer motes and build our own regular expression. Is that what you're saying? Okay. If the prefix max... Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with Better Twitch TV and Franker Faces. I basically get all of the names, and then I'm only looking for those specific names. However, we would have to look for the name. Thank you very much, David, for the bits, who says, this is the only cheer mode that starts with a number. I see. Look down. Why? Slant. I see. But it's a 1. What was I calling you? Sant? Thank you, David, for the bits, for demonstrating. Forehead? Wait, show all cheer boats. Which one is it? This one? Forehead. 100. Alright, I'll call you Slant. Slant fin. True. Alright. Yeah, but the way they're doing it here is they're matching it, because for every single one, they're looking across all the cheer modes to see if it has that same prefix. That's okay. Alright. If it matches, we get the tier, we get the image, format the message, cool. First of all, I have to call this API. Two-letter country code. This requires an OAuth token? It's the Helix endpoint. Okay. All right, let's just write the code that does that. Also, I did mention I was going to try to get linting set up. Let me just do that really quick too. Oh, I don't have a package JSON. Twitch lib, which wraps my Twitch credentials with the fetch function. Cool. I guess I could use Kraken. I probably should use Felix though, right? Is there a better way to implement using only CSS? For cheer modes? Is that what you're asking? Oh, technically this should be a dev dependency. Oh, not that. Capital D. Oh, blink. Yeah, you could do a blink CSS animation. Couldn't you? I think you can. Let's do that. Let's try. Content. All right. We're going to step away from that for a second. And we're going to implement the blink tag from scratch. Distraction. This actually sounds really fun. Because we actually could use web components to implement the literal blink tag. I want to do it. Watch me. I mean, you could use an animation, but also you could use JavaScript. All right. Bring back blink. Let me just create a README. All right, see you later, Snapshot. Thanks for being here. All right, and see you later, Kuzi. Have a good lunch. Okay, first thing, setup. Second thing, what are web components? Second thing, make a web component. Third thing, pass text into web component as child. Fourth thing, make it blank. And for that, we could try to use CSS or something like that. The theme is called Just Black. If you do !theme, you can get a link to that. Nice, David. That's good to hear. Always be improving. And just like a quick check, like Blink does not work in Chrome, right? Right, this is not going to work. It does nothing. Cool. All right, let me get open all of the resources that I'm going to need. Oh, totally forgot. There you go, Alka. All right. All right. What do we need? We need to look up the. I want to have some resources ready, and we're gonna make a. I should try to do a challenge, because I haven't prepared. Like I know a little bit about web components. Yeah, so it was removed, but we can see it here. At least the fact that it's deprecated. Oh, look at this. There's a CSS polyfill. If you really do need a polyfill, then you can use the following CSS. It works in IE 10 or more. So it uses an animation from hidden to visible. Interesting. All right, we're not going to do that. We'll try to implement it ourselves. Oh, well, you might be able to fix that in the settings for DOM Purify, because you could add blink as an allowed tag, and it should leave it. Right? Animation blink. Yes, but you'd have to implement that. All right, so we're gonna show that. We're also gonna show web components. So web components are really cool. They allow you to create custom HTML tags, and it's built right into the browser. Using custom elements. So you can define an element. So we're going to define an element called blink. And then whenever that, and we run that code, and then whenever that element is detected on the page, your custom element code will run. So that's a thing. It doesn't comply with accessibility standards. Interesting. Is that what it was mentioned in this article? Oh, interesting, David. Unaware. Whoa. How many bits is that? Is that 1,000,000? 1,000? Okay. Hello, Michael, who is currently a CS student. We're taught C++, 100,000K. Actually unused. That's crazy. I think the main issue is like a large portion of that 1,000K goes to Twitch because of like the small fee. So you'd be better off just giving the streamer 1,000. Cool. 1,000K. 100K. Sorry, 100K. How much is that? $100,000? I want to become a backend engineer. What language or framework would you recommend that is beginner friendly? So node.js and JavaScript is extremely beginner friendly. You'll probably hear people also say 10,000 bits is $100. 100 bits is $1,000. Okay. Yeah, Node.js and JavaScript is very friendly, especially because you can learn the JavaScript language and then use what you have learned on both the front end and the back end. Python is also very friendly, but for the most part, you can't really write Python in the web browser. There's things like Brython, but it's not supported directly in the browser. You need extra things to do that. Whereas if you just learn JavaScript, you can build web pages right now. You have everything you need on your computer right now to do that. But for backend, Node.js is cool. I write a lot of backend Node.js. You can check out Python. Web components, yeah. All right. What should be the time limit for this challenge? And actually, I'm just gonna add some CSS. 10 minutes? An hour? 20 seconds? Let's be realistic. Like, I have to implement a custom component, and we need to make it blink. But the tricky part here is the custom web component, right? $23.57. What's significant about that number? Hello, Arcooled. 45 minutes. I'll do it in 23 minutes. How about that? Just random, okay. $420 seconds. How many minutes is that? Oh, thank you, Sean. Much appreciated. Oh, what's this one? Let's try to do it in 23 minutes. Right? I've created a website that works on localhost. What are the next steps? So if it's just a static website, you can use something like surge.sh. This is one of the easiest ways to deploy a website. You just install it. You'll need Node and npm. But you can install it, type surge, and that will instantly put it on the interwebs for other people to see. There are other tools, but surge is probably the easiest one. You could also use GitHub pages. You could use Versal. I still say surge is the easiest. Yeah, but Versal just requires a setup. How many minutes is 133 seconds? 1337 divided by... Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. 22 minutes. 22.2 minutes. All right, that's what we're going to do. Done. Wait. Okay, Smiley is done. I don't want to look at it, though. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set the timer, and we're going to do a coding challenge. Yeah, 22 minutes. Yeah, I agree. Netlify is another really easy one. Netlify, yeah, try those. Okay. Who's ready for content? Content. The LEDs can be set in the chat. If you do exclamation mark LED followed by 8 zeros or ones, it will turn on or off the corresponding LED. Oh yeah, let's do this. Type 1 in the chat for content. Murdoch! Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. Look at that. Look at all the people typing 1 in the chat. Great. So there's at least 15, 16, 17 people that are ready for content. 19, 20 people that are ready for content. All right, we'll end it.
28.
28. All right. All right. What am I doing? I forgot I had that page open. Oh, did it actually do it? That's funny. All right, okay. You don't type 1 anymore. It's over. So we're going to do 22.3 minutes. Just look at the output. Sure, I'll take a look. My chat window is listening to my backend crazy infinite screen sharing. What, Smiley? I thought you implemented Blink. Come on. It said 64. Oh, yours might have been listening longer? I don't know. All right, you lost your chance. I gotta get started. We gotta get this content going. All right, that's there. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. In this coding challenge, I am going to attempt to implement the blink tag in 1,337 seconds. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the blink tag, this tag was deprecated from HTML back in 97, I think it was. But the way it worked is you could wrap text in blink, and it would work just like Alka is showing right there. It would blink the text. It would blink like that. But this doesn't work anymore. So the code I have written right now, just some basic styles to look nice, and then I have the word hello world inside of the tag blink. And it's not blinking. So I want to make that work. And the way I'm going to try to make that work is using a custom element. So web components are a spec that was introduced in the web browser, and it allows you to create custom elements. So I can write JavaScript code that detects when someone uses the blink tag and adds some custom behavior on that. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I have not attempted this yet. Oh, hey, Revive New. You're back. I have not attempted this yet. I'm trying it for the first time live. Let's go. So we're going to need to create a web component. We'll take a look at custom elements, and basically we need to write some code that registers blink as a custom element. So you can do custom elements.define, and if we look in the web browser, make it blink. So custom elements is a thing, so we can actually use that. So right now I'm using Firefox, and if we look, do we see support? Actually, we can look at can I use for custom element. Custom elements, absolutely not supported in IE, but supported a lot of other places. Okay, so we're looking at the MDN docs here. We need to define. So we're going to add a script tag. And we're just going to add this script tag right here. So actually, better name for it. We're going to call it blink.js. And we're going to rename this to be blink.js. There we go. And we need to do custom elements.define. We specify what is the element that we are looking for. In this case, we're looking for the blink element. We're going to specify a class that we'll define. And in this case, you can specify what element it extends. So I think actually, let's extend a span, because this shouldn't be a block level element by default. It'll just behave like a span, but it blinks the text that's inside of it. So we're going to extend a span, and we're going to create a class for blink. Now let's look back at MDN and see what we need to do. So you can do extends, and then I'll do HTML span element. Okay. So I'm creating a custom class called blink. It extends span, and which should be registered for blink. So we'll have the constructor. We need to call super. And let's see if this works. Why is this complaining? Useless constructor. Well, ESLint, it'll be useful soon. So actually, let's just log custom blink element. And I think if everything is working correctly, because I have an element on the page that's using the blink tag, and because I have loaded this script file, and because it's registering, it should detect it. Let's see. Blink is not a valid custom element name. All right, there goes the video right there. What? Does it have to have a dash in it? Can I call it Blinky? It might need a dash in it. It must start with a prefix. All right, we're going to call it CG-blink for Coding Garden. CG-blink. All right, that's not working. There's a fly in here. And now instead of blink, I'll have to do CG-blink. So unfortunately, we can't call it blink, but I am going to call it CG-blink. Let's see if it works. There we go. So our code is now running. We can see that the constructor runs, and we have our custom blink element. So I think we're there. So we need a shadow. So you might have heard of the shadow DOM. Basically, custom elements can hide themselves from the outside world. So with custom elements, you can style them, and you can make it so that they're not affected by styles from the outside. And also you can write styles on the element that don't affect outside of itself, which is very nice. and we are going to attach a shadow. So we're going to do this in the constructor. Like that. Is it that it needs a prefix? If I read more on this page, I could probably figure out what the name actually needs to be. So this creates some custom elements inside of it. I don't really want to get the attribute. I think what I want is I want to get this dot, like the contents of the element itself. Really don't even know if I need to do this. I think we just need to blink it. Let's just make it blink. So let's say something like this dot current HTML equals this dot inner HTML. So we have access to its own HTML, and then we can create a function that blinks it, that basically removes everything and then adds everything. Is that accurate though? Because it'll actually make it smaller and then bigger. That's okay. That's fine. We're going to create a custom method called blink. And we'll say if this dot current HTML has a value, then we'll say this dot current HTML equals if this dot inner HTML, that's why you use visibility. Huh. All right, we can do that. Never mind. We'll use visibility. So when it starts up, we're going to call our custom blink method, this dot blink. And we'll just have a custom property. We'll say this dot is visible, focus, equals true. So it starts off as visible. And we'll say if this dot is visible, then this dot style dot visibility equals hidden. Right? Is that how that works? Else, if it was not visible, then we'll say that it was visible. And we'll flip-flop it. So after we've done that, we'll say this dot is visible equals... So visible is default. So this just wants a blank line. There we go. Hi Shaggy. What's up? That was meant to blink. So the blink tag doesn't work in there. Okay, so if it's visible, make it hidden. If it's not visible, make it visible, and then we'll toggle that. And then we just need to call this method again in like 1 second. So we'll just do set timeout. We'll do this dot blink. And we'll do it in 1 second. Let's see, does it work? Can't access property visibility. This dot style is undefined. Cool. So the fact that I put this function there means it was like bound in the wrong context. So I'm gonna wrap it in an arrow function so it keeps the context. All right. I think we've done it. That was too easy. That was way too easy. Here's a fun idea. How about we make it so that you can specify how fast it blinks. And so, yeah, for those of you that just arrived, this is basically what we did. We have this element called cg-blink, and you can put anything you want inside of it. So you could do something like, wow, this works. And then we've written code that creates a custom element called cg-blink. So this is web components. We're creating a custom web component that just blinks its contents. Too easy. Wow, this works. Oh, so we could do, let's do rate. So let's do this. If you specify a prop called rate, this will be like number of milliseconds or number of seconds. This will be milliseconds. And then we can actually use that value in here. So we'll say this dot interval is this dot get attribute rate. Or we'll default to 1000. So this, yeah, milliseconds. So you specify the milliseconds. And then now we'll do that down here. So if I specify like 200, this should blink really fast. Oh no, accidentally closed it. Yeah, so now it's rate. Look, it works. Yeah, so browser sync keeps connecting. That's the thing that automatically refreshes the browser. Actually, I should... It's like really big. Easy. Yeah, so now, I mean, we can have all kinds of blinks on the page. We could have that one with a rate of 200. We could have this one with a rate of like 800, so it's a little bit slower. A little slower. But you'll notice that because we inherited from the span element, by default, it's an inline element, right? So if we wanted it to behave like a div where it's by default a block element, we actually could extend from that instead. Let's try that. And that way it's like block by default. So we'll say extend div, and then we'll say extends HTML div element. And now it should be block level element. Why not? Why not? I like that challenge, SFox. That will give we can implement that in 11 minutes. Let's try a p tag, HTML paragraph element. Weird. All right, I guess it's not. I guess it's not specific. It doesn't have default styles, so that's fine. We'll just go back to the span element. But technically, we could specify some style here. I don't have any custom styles yet, but I could. I could set its default. I could set it to be a block element. I mean, you could inject a style tag. I could also do something like this.style.display equals block. And then that will make it a block element, so it actually does appear on the next line. Cool. All right. Do I need to inject a style tag? Yeah, I would. I would basically, if I wanted to specify custom CSS. Oh yeah, and then that's the cool thing. I could add this code to my overlay, and then anyone could use the CG blink tag. And Unhot with the raid. Thank you very much, Unhot. Welcome, raiders. All right. In 10 minutes, can we implement a fade? So instead of just like straight up blinking, let's do this for 1 second. Prevent. Welcome, Von Pop. So instead of blinking, can we make it fade in and out? And I think we'll do that with CSS. So for that, we probably will need to inject some custom styles. Let's see how they're doing it here. So they're doing document.createElementStyle, and then they're appending that style to the shadow DOM. And that makes it so these styles that they specify only apply to the shadow DOM. So this is where we will need the shadow DOM. Let's do that, because we're going to create some CSS keyframe animations to allow us to fade. So we're going to have a rate. Let's do like a rate of 2 seconds. And we want to specify the fade prop. And if we specify fade, then it will apply the fade animation instead. So, wow. Yeah, well, welcome on Hot. I appreciate you. Okay, so, yeah, we need, not that. We need the shadow DOM. So we've got the shadow DOM. Shadow DOM. And it's in open mode. I've worked a little bit with web components before. You really never need a closed shadow, because if it's closed, then you can't like adjust it. I don't know. Okay, and then we can create a literal style tag. And Sean, thank you for that host. And resub with Unhot with the resub. Thank you very much, Unhot. Much appreciated. Oh, you just had a yerba for the first time right now at midnight. You're in New York, right? It's midnight 30 where you are. What's funny? So, well, actually, we'll do this. So we'll say if, yeah. So we're gonna set up all of that stuff, and we'll say if this.getAttribute fade. So if we're fading, then we're going to use CSS to animate it. Otherwise, we're going to just blink it like we were doing, which just toggles the visibility, which is fine. It's always going to be a block element. We do that, and we'll set up the interval beforehand, because we're going to use the interval for both fading and blinking. Okay, so if it was fade, then we want to inject some styles. So that's when we will attach the shadow. We're going to create a style element. And then we need to append that style to the shadow DOM. That's appending a wrapper too. I don't know if we need that. Let's see. So append it. And let's just say style.textContent is going to be like this. And for now, let's just see if this works. We're going to set the color to be red. So on that last element, it should be red. Is it red? Oh, it's not red. So this is not working. And we might have to set inner HTML. We might also need a wrapper element. I'm going to change the text here. This should fade. You really want... There's a lot of caffeine in it. Okay. So that right now is just blinking. Which means that the attribute fade is not there. Let's see what the value is. Hey, what's up, Lapsy? Welcome to the show. Fade attribute. Let's see what the value is. Get attribute returns an empty string. Ah, so if it's not null. Okay. Thank you, Oxfox, or Oxfo. Much appreciated. So if this .get attribute does not equal null, then we're going to do that, which specifies the style is red. And let's see if we can see it in the DOM. This should fade. So we have the shadow root, which specified those styles. That's great. But we actually don't even see the text at all. And is the reason... I guess we actually might need an inner wrapper element, because you can see right now the height is 0. So that's probably why they have the wrapper element here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Though... Oh, you're right. It might not apply to text nodes. Okay. And how could we apply it to the parent element itself? Well, right now we're not actually using this. So we're only using this variable if we're blinking. But if we're not blinking, we're trying to do it with pure CSS. Yeah. Select the element with the name CG Blink. No. But I'm also curious why the height of this element is literally 0. Do we need root? Regardless, the moment we attach the shadow DOM here, like I don't even need to attach the style. The moment we did shadow DOM, this thing has no height at all, which I think means we need some sort of wrapper element. All right, we got 4 minutes. We can figure this out. The main issue is like, how do we get the current inner HTML and specify that? I think it's fine. Is there any reason to use visibility? Because we want it... Well, you could use opacity. You technically could use opacity as well. Package managers are cool. I agree. All right. So we're going to create our wrapper element. That is a span. We append the style to the shadow, and then we append the wrapper to the shadow as well, like that. But what I want to do is I want to say wrapper dot inner HTML equals this dot inner HTML. So whatever you specified gets set inside of it. Yeah. So now we have that. And technically, like, this actually isn't working for some reason, but that's okay. I think if I do star, it should be red. Yeah. So the styles are applied. That's great. Well, I'm curious why we don't actually see the span. And oh, It's in both places. I see. We have the previous text which we put in there. So I think I don't know if this is the right way to do this. I don't know if it is, but I'm gonna say we do this, and then we set its inner HTML to nothing. I might actually break it. Okay, this is the desired behavior. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but basically, we have a span that now has the content that was previously set, but it's inside of it. Okay, now we need a CSS animation. Yeah, you could add that. So if I wanted to know if like fade or the rate changed, we could add that as well. But I only have a minute left, so we need CSS fade animation. Or really, I need to look up CSS keyframe, because I could figure it out from there. We only have a minute and 30 seconds. Keyframe animation syntax. All right. Here we go. Name. No. I just need keyframes. This should just work. I just always forget the syntax. So we have, we're going to call this fade. And it goes from opacity 0 to opacity 1. We then are going to say, we're going to give this span that we create a class. So we'll say wrapper.add class, or no, wrapper.classlist.add wrapper. And then we're going to put that animation on the wrapper class. So we'll say wrapper animation fade. We need to pass in the rate. So this dot interval. Milliseconds. Infinite? How's that work? Okay. We only have 20 seconds left, but we need it to reset. What's the property that makes it alternate backwards. That's what we want. All right, 13 seconds left. Infinite alternate backwards. Okay, so it fades, and then it should fade out. Look at that, we did it. And then it fades back in, and then it should fade back out. Very cool. Yeah, we did it. Great work, everyone. So, and you can see the different ways we have of doing this. So, if you look in the HTML, this is how the code looks. Wow! Oh, thank you very much, Code Show, for the 50 bits. Thank you very much. So, you can specify a rate prop, and then it will blink at that rate in milliseconds. And so you can specify different ones. And then we added this fade prop. And if that's specified, then it uses CSS to change the opacity. Could I try root? Yeah, let's try it. So instead of wrapper, let's do root, like that. That did not work. Is it host? It's host. Very cool. Yeah, and let's increase it. River Morel with the 200 bits. Thank you very much. So actually, let's go way slower or faster. 300. So it should. That's like almost blinking. What about like over 5 seconds? What would that look like at? Yeah. So there, fades in, and then it should fade back out over 5 seconds. Awesome. All right, that's it for this code challenge. Thank you for watching. It was kind of anticlimactic. I was excited about the fact that we might actually be able to create a custom element that was just blink, but that didn't work. You need a prefix. We learned a little bit about the fact that you need to attach the shadow DOM, attach wrapper elements. This right here is probably a little hacky. I don't know if you really needed to do that. And ultimately, the initial implementation was super easy. So, thank you for watching. And yeah, I should probably add epilepsy warning. All right. If you like this kind of stuff, tune in on Twitch, twitch.tv/codinggarden. See you there. Yeah, and so for anybody just joining, that's going to be on YouTube. All right, that was fun. Animation time should be half of the time span. You're right. You're right, because we need to fade in and out. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the video's not over. Jayaklik has the fix. We technically needed to divide the time by 2 because we're fading in and fading out. So thank you for that. Okay, see you later. Can I talk about the Shadow DOM? Yeah, so the cool thing about the Shadow DOM is that it protects the element from the outside world. So all of these elements are living on this page here, and actually, yeah, if I were to specify styles in here, they would not affect anything in the outside world. So, I mean, technically I could add, like, for whatever reason, if I added a body selector, background black, this should not affect the outside. This is a style that only affects this specific element and only applies to the Shadow DOM. So, yeah, and we can look in the Shadow DOM that style is technically being set. Shadow root is a style element. Like, technically, there is a style for the body, but it does not leak out. So that's one of the benefits of the Shadow DOM is you can create elements that are not affected by the outside world and do not affect the outside world. So your components are very isolated. 0, 50, 100. I could do. Oh, 0, opacity 0, opacity 100, opacity 0. Yeah. What's up, Thomas Parsley? Color animation. That could be fun. I've never done that with CSS before. Yeah. Nan, incoming. No, so in JavaScript, so even though this could be Nan, but because it is a number-ish value, technically at this point, interval is a string, but in JavaScript, if you divide a string by a number, you're going to get back a number. It coerces it to a number. And thank you very much, Michael Navs. 1,000 bits! Thank you so much. Like styles in an iframe, sure. Yeah, but the tricky part about iframes is that it's potentially loading an entirely different website. With custom web components, it doesn't have to load a separate website. It's just a script running on the page to allow for custom elements. Cool. There's probably a better description of what the Shadow DOM is, or the shadow root. Let's see if MDM talks about it. Every blink change color. We could do that. Shadow tree. The shadow tree is a tree of DOM nodes whose topmost node is a shadow root. That is the topmost node within a shadow DOM. A shadow tree is a hidden set of standard DOM nodes which is attached to the standard DOM node. So it's a hidden set of nodes, basically. The hidden nodes are not directly visible using regular DOM functionality, but require the use of a special Shadow DOM API. I mean, that kind of helps with the description, but yeah. This is the direction the web is going, because right now you have Lalunwe with the resub. Thank you very much for that resub. I appreciate you. But yeah, nowadays you have front-end frameworks like React and Vue, and they let you create components, but they're not necessarily in line with the web component standard, which is directly supported by the browser. Like, the browser actually has support for creating custom components and elements. Is there a hype train? There's a hype train. Wow. Well, thank you, everyone. Cool. It would be nice to get cheer mote parsing in my overlay. Can I finish it before the hype train is over? React looks closer, but some of the things that Vue has implemented is actually closer to the web component spec, like slots and a few other things. And Vue actually comes built in with a way of building your Vue components into web components. This is the direction the web is heading. So nowadays, most modern websites are using a front-end framework like React or Vue. But with something like web components or custom elements, instead of having to use a framework like that, you could just use JavaScript supported directly in the browser. You would maybe need just a few extra libraries, but for the most part, everything is just running directly in the browser. It's not a bunch of extra JavaScript code. There's a thing called, was it lit element? Yeah, this is from Polymer, which are the Google people. A simple base class for creating fast, lightweight web components. But this has a few utilities that you can use that make it a lot easier. This is my break timer. Let's take a quick stretch. Polymer, yeah. So this is a library for making web components, but it's a very small library and just adds some extra things that make it a little bit easier, like this HTML template function. So this looks like we're just specifying HTML text, but this template function actually compiles it into a DOM tree instead of just setting inner HTML. Yeah. Does Svelte use web components? No, but there might be a Svelte web component builder. Yeah, and most frameworks will allow you to use web components in them. It's not guaranteed that like binding on the attributes will work automatically. And thank you very much, Destra Duck, for that Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. Try the color blink. I think I'm done with blinking for now, but in the future. And I will, all this code I wrote today, I will push to GitHub. Yeah. Yeah, but Svelte is not actually web components, but you might be able to turn Svelte into web components. There's a thing called Stencil. That's another web component framework. But it's a tool chain for building scalable design systems. I've talked about why I use a Mac before. I will direct you to a video. I mean, if you really care about about my opinions. But in this video on setting up a Mac for web development, like the first 10 minutes, I just talk about why I use a Mac versus something like Linux. It's unfortunate, but Linux doesn't really have support for creative tools like the Adobe Suite or music production, which I use those things. So yeah, a Mac is the best of both worlds. I can use it like a Unix machine, but I can use the Adobe Creative Suite. I can use things like Ableton Live or even like Logic. So yeah. What are we doing? I think I'm done. It's almost 11 p.m. I need to go to bed. Let me acknowledge all these follows that happened. And then we will... Fruity Loops game. Does Fruity Loops run on... or FL Studio, does that run on Linux? But yeah, I mean, I agree with anyone that says that like Apple is like a closed ecosystem and it's not very nice. I agree. I am not an Apple fanboy. I do not use an iPhone. I don't have an iCloud account. I literally just use a Mac as my machine, but I don't integrate with all of the Apple ecosystem. I live in Denver, Colorado. You can see the Denver skyline here. Yeah. All right, thank you everyone for that hype train. Much appreciated. All right, Hadouken, thank you for the follow. An hour ago. It's been a while since I checked. Phil Burex, thank you for that follow. Titan Sonova, thank you for the follow. KVSN1, thank you for that follow. Semd Hi, thank you for the follow. Lonard, thank you for that follow. Joa, thank you. Vector Overflow, thank you very much. Lapsy, thanks for being here. That's a lot of follows. Gents, thank you for the follow. Jiao, thank you for following. Diamond Dust, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Is that you, Green Min? Thank you for the follow. Mango Papito, thank you for the follow. Div Zero, thank you for the follow. Ozil, I'm sorry that you hate your life. We're pretty happy around here. Oh, that countdown timer. Let's ignore that. We can, if you need help, reach out. You shouldn't hate your life. And Aziz, thank you for that follow. Karar, thank you for the follow. Gianni Mosh, thank you for the follow. And also, Banana Taped to a Wall, thank you for following. Oh, yeah. Chat's just really behind. Added a thing where It's holding on to all the old messages, so it takes... Yeah, Space Cup. I'll show you here. Galaxy Cup. So we got some hydrates. Oh, this is from a while ago. Sean with that posture check. Much appreciated. What's up, Arxus? Who says, I finally found one of your streams. I've watched you on YouTube for weeks. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, I'm actually ending the stream now, but I am going to stream on Friday morning, so you can tune in then. But yeah, Galaxy. Take a break. Well, I'm leaving. Izzo with a hydrate. Cheers. We're done with the stretch. We might raid Handsome Billy. I'll see who else is on, but feel like getting some chill vibes. Chill vibes. And Sophia, thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. If you do exclamation mark break, you can get a link to my break timer. TG, thank you for that hydrate as well. Smiley, thank you for the hydrate. Andrew, thank you for the hydrate. Revive Newt, you're back. Thank you so much, Revive Newt. Very much appreciated. Congrats, everyone, for the gifted subs. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I think we stretched. Advolkit, thank you for the hydrate. Cheers, I'm almost out of water. And Wijdan 95, the very last sip of the day. Yeah, so I work at a software consultancy. So my title is Chief Full Stack Engineer at the company I work at. Revive Newt is the greatest of all time. I agree. But so yeah, I'm a software consultant. I do full stack. I know these days that's sometimes a loaded word, but I write front ends, I write back ends, I do architecture, system design, I do DevOps, I do some UI design, I do a lot. Yeah. Milky Dev with the raid. Milky Dev, thank you so much. And I believe, Milky Dev, just say hi. My chat will actually shout you out because you're on the live coders team, right? And we are literally just ending the stream. But I'm gonna send you all somewhere nice. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Milky Dev, member of the live coders team. Welcome, my friend. All right, here, I got this. Ooh. Ooh. Dr. Argus, what's up? Yeah, check out Milky Dev, check out Dr. Argus. They're both members of our live coders team. But we're about to leave, so you can join us. You can join us in our raid. We're gonna go somewhere pretty fun. So I started streaming 3 hours and 16 minutes ago. But if you're talking about in the grand scheme of things, I've been streaming for over 2.5 years. It's pretty close to 3 years at this point. I started on YouTube. I've been on Twitch for about 6 months. Oh! Happy birthday, Any Coffee. All right. Before we leave, I'll sing you happy birthday. CJ stream screen. I'm not even going to tune it. We're just going to do that. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, 814 Coffee. Happy birthday to you. Mastermind, what's up, dude? Check out Mr. Mastermind. Yeah, so that was a ukulele, but I also play guitar. I play the drums too and the bass. And I dabble on the piano. Happy birthday! And check out Mastermind, they're a member of our live coders team. And if you like Docker, you will like Mastermind. If you like other things too, but Mastermind's been talking about Docker lately. Yay! All right. Thank you, Leo. We got 2 follows. I'll acknowledge these, and then we'll go raid someone nice. Just in time for tea. Thanks for being here. And Victor, thank you for that follow as well. It is very late. I gotta go. But Mortal with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much, Mortal. Mortal94. Any14 with the sub. Thank you so much, Any14. You're silly. You should not be spending money on your birthday, but I appreciate it. Yeah, lots of support. When did the hype train start? I think it was right around here. Maybe? There was recently a hype train. But yeah, you're very welcome, Any14 Coffee. Thanks for being here. We'll read back to here. Unhot, thank you for that raid earlier. And thank you for the 3-month resub. Coach Show with the 50 bits. River with the 200 bits. Michael with the 1,000 bits. Lulamware with the 2-month sub. Destra Duck with the Twitch Prime sub. Revive Newt with those 5 gifted subs. Milky Dev with that raid. I appreciate you all. Sorry we're leaving so soon. And Mortal with the Twitch Prime sub, and Any14 Coffee with the sub. And it's their birthday. All right. I'm going to stream again on Friday morning. It'll most likely be a Q&A stream. But it also might be Clash of Code. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling Friday morning. But alrighty, everyone. Thank you all so much for the supports. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was super fun. I appreciate you. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here is this. Also, stick around for the raid.